are arriving daily, and they'll design, deliver, and plant them for you. All you have to do is sit back and enjoy your beautiful new yard. Get your free design consultation today and let Moon Valley Nurseries handle the rest. One call this fall could get you the yard of your dreams. And if you give them a call today, you'll get 50% off, plus free planting on select trees and shrubs. Visit moonvalleynurseries.com to learn more.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. The sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season as Miami takes on New England. Great food and drink specials, including $3 Miller Lite drafts during all televised pro football games all season long. Plenty of real radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lounge and Lanes, 929 14th Lane in Vero Beach. See you there.
When a hurricane hits, it's best to be prepared. Since 1996, StormSmart has installed over 100,000 protection and lifestyle products in Florida homes. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing high life. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. And it's all caliente.
Side by side for the race lead.
NASCAR playoffs weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway, October 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Hell of a job, guys.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
I guess, going into International Diamond Center and them getting to know me personally and finding out that I am a nurse, a first responder, they offered a gracious discount, so definitely helped with my purchase.
Meet Crystal Caban, Air Force veteran and now critical care nurse. She's happily wearing several pieces of jewelry from IDC.
Knowing that I'm not coming in to spend a lot of money, just knowing that they're supportive with the first responders and getting a discount really helped entice me in making my purchase.
At IDC, we roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform like Crystal every day, with personalized service and a 15% discount over and above IDC's everyday unbeatable price.
I felt so warmed and welcomed, and that's just what kept us coming back again and again.
Are you a first-time responder or veteran? Join Crystal and countless others who've made International Diamond Center their home for jewelry.
Hi, I'm Crystal Caban. I would highly recommend International Diamond Center to any first responder.
International Diamond Center.
They will absolutely take care of you. I promise you that.
US 1 and PSL Boulevard.
This is the day of the big sale at your gift shop.
Welcome in.
So this isn't just a big day for your business. It's a big day for the network keeping it all connected. That is, if it can handle the pressure.
Next in line, please.
So is it possible to get business internet you can really count on? It is. With 99.9% network reliability from Comcast Business. It's like this neat little bow.
Do you like that gift wrap?
Really ties it all together. Reliable internet for your business. It's not just possible. It's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Switch to Comcast Business and get started with reliable internet and advanced security for $69 a month for 24 months with a 2-year contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 10/27/24. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New 300 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
Tim Walz of Minnesota.
I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket.
J.D. Vance of Ohio.
I will give you everything I have.
Make their case for your vote in the vice presidential debate. Listen on iHeart's 24/7 news channel.
Search Debate on the free iHeartRadio app. Getting you
you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Expect to tap the brakes on I-95 between Hypoluxo Road and Belvedere Road, and on the Turnpike between Lantana Toll Plaza and Beeline Highway. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Burrito. Wendy's Breakfast Burrito is everything you want for breakfast. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese sauce, bacon or sausage, all rolled up into one warm tortilla. Want the boss of breakfast burritos? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword credit at realradio921.com. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yes, it is. It is the Penthouse on a Fat Tuesday, baby. How are you guys today? I hope you just listened to Rover and his crew. We got 4 hours of for you today. Hopefully you enjoy it and have a good day with us. We got a giveaway. Keywords are back for $1,000. Who doesn't want to win $1,000? Come on, $1,000. And our bosses love when we give away money. So you guys got an opportunity to take those keywords. We'll have an Instagram giveaway for you. We'll talk about that later in the show. We got a lot going on. Greek Screwdown this week. Don't forget we are at where are we? Oh, yeah, the Crazy Horse Saloon this week. We got a lot going on a great Tuesday. And Dominic's in the house. Dominic, back again. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. How's it going, Greek? Hey, Franny.
Hi.
And Franny's back. What's up, Franny?
Hey.
How do you feel? What's going on? How was the weekend?
Weekend was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Had a weekend in Bel Air, Maryland. And if I sound like this, it's for a reason.
Stone crabs?
No stone crabs. Didn't get to have any crabs. No. Just worked all weekend long.
How is the weather up there?
It was overcast.
Okay.
It was, a little chilly, but nice. It was a nice break from the heat.
But nothing with the hurricane or anything like that?
No, we just got a little rain here and there. The worst part of it was the bees.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, my God. So many bees, every single one of us. And there was 12 bartenders, a bunch of us stung.
Really?
Some had to go into the EMTs because they were swelling up. These things were insane.
Really?
Wow. Every day. Oh, yeah.
Do you get extra for that?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't get extra for that. I don't know.
You don't get extra for that. All right. Well,
but other than that, great weekend.
Good. Well, we missed you.
Except screw the bees.
Well, screw the bees. Now, how about Alabama? Did you get to see the game?
I was working, so I'm glad I didn't get to see the game. There was one point that I gave up on the game the first half, and then I was like, you know what, let me look. And then I looked, and it was 34-33. I'm like, oh, my God, what happened?
Yeah.
We're winning. And then one of the guys put the game on his phone, and then right when he put the game on his phone, Alabama scored a touchdown. I'm like, turn that phone off. Turn that phone off. I don't even... Just took off my headphones. Just took off my headphones. No, it was one of those reasons I was happy not to watch a game. I think I would have gone insane.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, that's what my husband said.
Very exciting. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. If you guys want to give us a call, you can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Some big news last night. Dolphins did not show up for the game. They were on TV, and boy, was it a disaster if you're a Dolphin fan. Really bad.
Who was our quarterback?
Hunley, and he was terrible.
Was he?
Yeah, just not good. It's just the whole team just defensively didn't look good. Now they're saying, should they blow up the team? They're 1-3. Is the season over? The fans were so disgusted. Again, the expectations were so high for this team. And now everybody's saying Tyreek Hill wasn't a mistake for him to come down here because the Chiefs did great without him, won 2 Super Bowls. But without Tua, it's just any team without your quarterback. But it's just bad the way they played. They looked flat. I don't even know how the hell they were favored last night. I really don't. How were they favored by 2.5 points? Crazy. And Tennessee's quarterback went down in the first quarter. Their backup beat us, which was crazy. But I felt bad for the fans who went down there last night. We had Jason on yesterday, and he was talking about the seats were going for like $35 upper deck, which is really cheap. And now you know why. It doesn't look good for the Dolphins. Tua's not back till week 8. A lot of fighting on the sidelines with guys, and I just think they were just like every minute could go wrong went wrong for them yesterday. So if you're a Dolphin fan, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. Tough day. If you're a Met fan, you're happy. Your team won, and they're in the playoffs today. So that's something pretty big. That starts today. I would bet against the Mets today because they had to travel, and they were probably drinking champagne last night. Pete Rose passed away, 83 years old. One of the greatest baseball players, arguably, with a lot of people. Obviously, he had all the situations with gambling off the field, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. But that was big news last night. He wasn't even reportedly sick at all. He was at a...
So I'm sorry, I didn't read into it at all. What did he pass away from?
I think he had a heart attack yesterday. I think. He was at a book signing in Nashville on Sunday with a bunch of players that were on the Reds, and he was in a wheelchair, but not for anything, just that he had a really bad back. But then yesterday passed away. Our friend of ours who calls the show for years, Drew Martin, lived next to him in Vegas for years, same building. And Drew would say, like, one day he'd be so nice, next day he was, Pete passed away. Big news last night, 83 years old. So our prayers and our thoughts go out to his family and his friends, and we'll see what happens with him and the whole situation. People already speculate, will he get in the Hall of Fame now? I don't know. I don't think so, but you never know. But he was never lost for words. He definitely wasn't. 877-927-6969. Is the Dolphin season over? Give us a call if you think that as a fan. The next time the Dolphins will have a sellout, October 19th for Taylor Swift. Probably yes. Probably yes. But, man, what a rough game last night. It just was. I was watching with Dolphin fans, and it was just tough. It really was. Because the expectations are so, high for them going in. They were talking Super Bowl, this and that. Then Tua gets hurt, a couple other injuries, and just not a good situation. So Saturday night I was out and about and trying to park my car with one of my buddies who was talking to somebody else. And I saw this girl next to me, and I was trying to figure out the parking meter. So she knew somebody that I knew, like small world, and she thought I was saying, can you help me with the parking meter? Because I was trying to hit on her. Okay. She was like, who can't figure out a parking meter? And she was finally, I helped him, and he did it, put in his credit card. She goes, and he walked away and said, good night, thanks. And he walked away. She goes, he really didn't know how to figure out the meter.
He wasn't hitting on me. He
just
wanted help.
Yeah, so I got a call Sunday for this girl. She goes, so-and-so you met at a party a while ago? She goes, you don't remember. She goes, but you're on La Sola Saturday night? I said, yeah. She goes, yeah. And she said, you were asking her about a meter? And she thought, I remember the girl, too. She was right next to me. I said, hey, can you help me out with this? And I think it sounded like such a, pickup line. You know what I mean? Hey, can you help me out with a meter? Who can't figure out a meter? And
was it one of those, pay-by-phone situations?
Yeah. You had to download something, text it, the whole thing. And then she was just 2 seconds she did. She goes, you really can't figure this out? And I kept saying, to myself, I'm like, no, why do you think I'm asking you? I would ask anybody. She just happened to be right next to me, next car. So the next day she was she called her friend. She was, but actually I guess he didn't know because he just walked away and said, have a nice night. I was like, see you later.
Sounds like you agree.
Yeah, definitely was me. I was like, thank you. Have a nice night. I wasn't hitting on her. But I guess she thought hey, who can't figure out a meter? Me. I mean, is there anybody I could just give somebody $20, park my car? What's with that? Give us a call or you can text us. Don't forget now, $1,000 is your opportunity keyword. Make sure you hit the keyword, download it. You got a chance to win $1,000. Dominic, did you watch the game last night?
I was watching the Lions game.
Oh, yeah. They look good.
Yeah, that was more interesting, that game.
Yeah, well, that game was a pretty good game. Went back and forth. Goff had a big game, huh? 18 in a row.
Yep.
And he scored a touchdown on flea flicker. Seattle looked okay. No, they're not. There's only 2 undefeated teams now.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota and Kansas City. That's it. And the Vikings play the Jets this week in London. Oof, that's going to be a rough game for the Jets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely is going to be tough for them. But, yeah, the Dolphins did not look good last night. Bad game for them. And McDaniel, so remember this, on primetime games, he's 2-9. So he's been on 11 times. He's only won 2. So next time, if you are betting, remember that, and maybe you can put some money on that. That is something you should definitely know. Just the stadium looked a little empty at times, and just you can see Tariq was so upset a couple times. He had a bomb one time open, and he overthrew him. It just sucks when you don't have a good quarterback. I mean, Jets went through it last year, and it's one of those situations. But you know what? It happens, and it's a long season. The first month we get an F. Maybe the next couple months we could bounce around and win some games. Think the season's done?
I think it is.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep.
Yeah, without a doubt. Would you be mad if you were a season ticket holder?
Ooh, I'd be putting those up on Ticketmaster. Trying to get some money back.
Yeah, I was in Orlando last weekend for work, and there's a lady who was bartending at one of the restaurants there, and she's a Miami Dolphins season ticket holder.
Yeah.
And drives
for Orlando.
Or takes the Bright Line
Wow.
to Orlando for the game, but she didn't buy tickets this season because she was like, it's just starting to get too expensive just to go back and forth. But she said because of how the season's been, she was like, I am so glad.
Oh, thank
I
God.
didn't buy season tickets.
Wow, what a fan that drives 3 hours
Yep.
for an Orlando.
She's from the area, from South Florida, but moved to Orlando like 3 years ago and just kept her tickets.
That's awesome. I mean, really, what a fan. You're talking about commitment.
No, that's commitment right there.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I was like,
Especially if you hit traffic.
Oh yeah.
It'd be 5 hours. I mean, coming from Orlando.
And plus the fact that Brightline also raised their prices. That was a big reason that she stopped going too.
Oh, the prices?
Yeah, Brightline.
Yeah, but I mean, just driving that, even 8 times a year, it's got to, 8 times this year. Yeah, I would be like, screw that. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Like, do you get a hotel?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but you still got to drive. I mean, you're still down there. You might be better. It might be cheaper flying. Who knows? Orlando and Miami. And that's still a blank show, getting down at the airport and stuff. Man, that is an unbelievable fan. Ooh, they should do a story about her, how he devoted fans, what they do come from Orlando. I mean, you can't get some people to go like 10 minutes to pick you up for something if you're broken down. Yeah, that's a great fan story. It really is. Alabama is number 1 so far. We'll see what happens in college football. That's going to change periodically over the next couple weeks. And the Canes are out in California this week for a game on the road. Hopefully they continue winning because they had a big win on Friday night. But it was a lucky win, but it doesn't matter. You got to win those games. You definitely do. Those are games that, you know what, at the end of the season, you look back, you say, you know what? We'll see what happens.
That was a close one.
Oh, yeah. Last play of the game.
Yep.
I can't get any closer than that. And the last drive, I mean, the guy fumbled, picked up the ball, threw a pass to the tight end.
What did you think? Was he out of bounds or was it a good catch at the end?
I thought he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I don't think there was a question on whether or not he was in bounds. I think it was that he had reception. The referee called it yes, but then when they looked at it, you could see the ball was moving around.
Yep.
But there were so many guys around it. How could you see? You know, as a referee.
But there was also a guy that was like out of bounds hitting the ball.
Yeah.
And they were saying that could also affect it too because he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was one of those calls. I mean, it took so long. I know friends I have mine that were at the game, they said it was like 20 minutes. You didn't know if they won or lost. And then finally, when they ended up saying that they was no good, it was crazy. And whatever was left of the crowd, people were like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations where, you know, last play, a game, when it comes down to the last play of the game, and they were big underdogs. I mean, they were getting 19 Virginia Tech, which was a ton of points. Greek Gridiron, I did win. Not a good week.
You tied.
Tied, yeah. Well, that's
which is still a win.
Which is a win. It's beat the Greek. So this week we'll be at the Crazy Horse. Week 5. I can't believe today's October 1st.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, my God.
My neighbor, I was backing up this morning to go to work, and my neighbor already has all of their Halloween decorations out.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's like they couldn't wait for October to get here.
Did they do it last night?
I guess, yeah.
They did it
wait.
They did it last night, in the middle of the night. That is so funny. Yeah, Halloween, we got about 30 days, but today is October 1st. If you didn't know, so these 4 months go so quick all the time, and we already got September in the books. Now, Franny, I know you have something about a hall pass that a lot of people talk about in relationships, which I think is always bogus and just a lot of you-know-what, and I don't think it actually means anything, but I know you have a story about a hall pass.
Yeah, so sometimes when you hear about the hall pass stories, right, it's just like a joke. Typically, it would be like a celebrity hall pass.
Sure.
But this guy, this is like a real thing, so he is talking about a little infidelity action that happened about 5 years ago. So he wants to know, and I guess in this one, his thing for a hall pass, there was an agreement between him and his wife, And the reason why they came to an agreement is because his wife cheated on him 5 years ago.
Wow.
So then she gave him a hall pass.
All
So
right.
they've been married 10 years, have 2 kids, and he found out that his wife had an affair. And of course, like, he felt crushed. And her affair partner told him about it after she broke things off. So he's the one who outed her, was the guy, the one that she was cheating with.
Oh, what a douche.
And things totally erupted.
That sucks.
So-
That means he really liked her.
So when he confronted his wife about it, obviously she was remorseful, didn't deny anything. She said she'd do anything, follow any reconciliation steps, whatever it was, and just begged not to break up the family. So his initial reaction, of course, was divorce. But after taking some time to think about it, he changed his mind because he still loves his wife and didn't want to break up the family. So, of course, she was relieved, and she said that, hey, I'll give you a hall pass that you can use whenever you want, right? So they got into therapy. They started working on the relationship. And he said, and everything was fine until now, and he never used that hall pass. So I guess he met a woman, and he said, just because I forgave my wife, I've never forgotten, right? And now this friendship with this other woman he met has expanded into something more, but still hasn't cheated on her yet.
Okay.
So he wants to know. I just think it's a bad idea because I don't think 2 wrongs make a right. If he should
Use the hall pass?
use a hall pass, but it sounds like, like he likes this girl. So I think it's a little different.
Yeah. He's
Right?
not looking just to get banged. He likes her.
No, yeah.
It's problems.
Yeah, it's definitely problems. I mean,
Yep.
the relationship took 1 bump in the road. I don't know if it could take 2. And it doesn't look like he just wants to be with her one night. It looks like he likes her. And when you like somebody, it's more. It's obviously it's different than just wham bam. You know what? Take the bananas and the cherries. So I don't think it would be a hall
It's new
pass.
to me. Wham, bam, take the bananas and the cherries. That's new. I've never heard.
Well, you were away a couple days. I don't think he wants to do that. Yeah, it seems like he likes her more. And then
Well,
if
it
he
sounds
starts,
like the marriage is over, if you ask me. The fact that he met this woman, there's an emotional connection there, and now he wants to explore that relationship.
yeah, not great.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that they can come back from that because then he's going to cheat on her, and it's not good all around. It's just not. And that hall pass thing, I think, is a bunch of, just like I said, it's BS. When
What
people
if he
say-
did it once and then continued?
And that's
That-
I think that's the issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he wants to explore if there's something there. So it kind of sounds like you want to start a relationship more
Yeah.
than just because a hall pass is just sex.
That's
yep,
it.
one time done.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, so to me, it sounds like I agree with you. The relationship's over. It's not in a good position right now. It's not a right or wrong with him and her. I mean, if she says you have a hall pass, and, she says it, but then when it actually happens, I don't think she'd be cool. If she was home on the couch, she'd be like, where are you going? Oh, tonight's my hall pass, remember? I'm banging that chick. I'll be like about maybe 2 or 3. Don't leave the light on. Nah. Then we'll put up the Halloween decorations. I don't buy that. I just don't. I don't think so. If you guys have a different opinion, call us 877-927-6969 or text us at Real Radio 47142. Also, the whole hall pass thing. Do you think that's real or do you think that's I don't think it is. What do you think, Don? Do you think a hall pass is true?
Like I said, it's going to lead to problems.
But do you think people really have those in relationships? Like you have a hall pass,
Hey.
like a celebrity.
Yeah, I think people have it, but
Who would be your hall pass off the top of your head?
I'm not sure.
That means there's a couple.
Yeah, no, there'll be a couple options, maybe.
There's a couple options?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's good. Now, does your hall pass have to know they're a hall pass? Do you tell them? Like, by the way, you're my hall pass if anything ever happens one night. Yeah. Hall pass, and let us know about that. Do you think that's true? I don't think it's true. I think people joke and kid around with celebrities because they don't think it'll ever happen. But I don't think in any capacity, if you were with somebody, if you were like, hey, I got a hall pass tonight, remember? I don't think it'd be cool when you came home. I think that there would be a couple people that would be pretty upset, and your next hall pass might be at an attorney's office. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. I think Dominic has somebody on hold that wants to come on.
Yeah, we have Robert.
Robert, what's happening? Robert.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, Robert?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Great. So anyway, I have a little opinion about this hall pass thing.
Cool.
Now, she gives him a hall pass.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets used it once. How many times was she perusing up and down the hallway? So is it even if he gets used it once?
I don't think it. In the story it said how many times that she cheated. Just that she cheated.
It sounded like there was a relationship though, so probably with the same guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the guy ratted her out, so obviously he must have really liked her. So I definitely think it was more than once.
Yeah, obvious. I mean, she went to Disneyland. She went on Space Mountain. She went on Small World. He gets to go in and he gets a little Mickey Mouse ice cream cone? I don't think so.
That's a good one. Good analogy. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, hopefully this guy gets to ride Thunder Mountain. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks for the call.
Hey, I love you guys.
Love you, too. Thanks for listening to Real Radio. We always appreciate it. 877-927-6969. Dom, you have somebody else?
We do. We have Steve.
Steve, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Just heading to Fort Pierce this morning. So.
Cool. What's going on?
Little business action going down there. I said negative on the hall pass, man. I'm in agreement there. I think he wants more than just a one-night stand hall pass type thing. It sounds like he wants to explore a relationship. So, I wouldn't go that route. And if I was his wife or whatever they were going through, I wouldn't have issued a hall pass. I would have worked on the marriage and thought, if I can't get it done through therapy and all that stuff, then we need to break up and part ways. I've been divorced twice, and the first one was my fault. Second one was definitely my ex's fault, but I'm a lot better man for it. I got full custody of my kids. And
good.
Loving life, so
enjoy.
Negative on the hall pass, brother.
All right, I think you're 100% right, and I think they're all a gimmick.
Yep.
I think people just throw it out there because they're like, "Oh, I cheat on you, you can cheat on me." It's never that cool. And that like I've always said.
And the dude already, like, if you read a little bit more into the details, I didn't give all of it. I mean, he met this girl at a bookstore, but they've already been on like coffee dates. So to me, that's already cheating, even though there's nothing been physical, because he's hiding this relationship.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, they're already in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If they're doing coffee dates and stuff like that, they're exploring more than I would be comfortable with, as far as a hall pass. But,
yep.
Nah, it just doesn't seem right to me, y'all. So.
Well, thanks for your opinion. I agree with you.
Yep, we appreciate it. No hall pass. No hall pass.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We'll be back in a few minutes with a trifecta and this day in history and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Hot take, don't love key lime pie.
No?
Oh,
delicious.
I would prefer cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Yeah.
Lumpy-ass cheesecake? No, you want a cold
Where
key
are you
lime
getting
pie.
your cheesecakes that they're lumpy?
Lumpy Cheesecake Factory.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Las Vegas, make some noise!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu, beginning Monday.
All right, you guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible.
See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu, beginning Monday.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Expect to tap the brakes on I-95 between Hypoluxo Road and Belvedere Road, and on the turnpike between Lantana Toll Plaza and Beeline Highway. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the Hollywood heartthrob and World War II spy, Peter Ortiz. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, South Florida, it's Franny, and fall is here, and that means shopping season. So if you need extra cash and ready to sell your car, then you got to check out GimmeTheVin.com. Get top dollar for used car right now at GimmeTheVin.com. They're 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau and pay more than their competitors. If they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100. It's fast, pressure-free, and they'll even pick up your car for free. Visit GimmeTheVin.com today and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This is the day of the big sale at your gift shop.
Welcome in.
So this isn't just a big day for your business. It's a big day for the network keeping it all connected. That is, if it can handle the pressure.
Next in line, please.
So is it possible to get business internet you can really count on? It is. With 99.9% network reliability from Comcast Business. It's like this neat little bow.
Do you like that gift wrap?
Really ties it all together. Reliable internet for your business. It's not just possible, it's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Switch to Comcast Business and get started with reliable internet and advanced security for $69 a month for 24 months with a 2-year contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 10/27/24. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New 300 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Hey, it's Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach. Watch the game with beautiful girls every Monday night. All new game booths available. Whether your team wins or loses, you're a winner at Monroe's. Bottle packages all night long. Raffles and beer bucket specials during every live game. It's Monroe's and Palm Beach Monday night. That's where you need to watch football. 7 days a week, Monroe's is open with the beautiful ladies and a 5-star restaurant. Get over to Monroe's today. They make a good night a great night at Monroe's Palm Beach. Peace.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter. You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333. Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures today in the low 90s across the area, a few degrees above where we expect them to be this time of year. We're also tracking the chance for some isolated showers. Overall, for that shower coverage, we're looking inland and also in the northern part of the area. This pattern continues tomorrow. Things change towards the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Holiday hosting starts at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances, plus save an additional $75 on select cooking appliances, $899 or more. Valid through 10/16. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
I'm Carrie Champion, and this is Season 4 of Naked Sports. Up first, I explore the making of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese.
Every great player needs a foil.
People are talking about women's basketball just because of one single game. I just come here to play basketball every single day.
Clark and Reese have changed the way we consume women's sports. Listen to The Making of a Rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search The Making of a Rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, and start listening.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
You know, wham, bam, you know what? Take the bananas and the cherries.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Woo, it's freezing in here today because I have shorts on. First time ever I wore shorts, but had to go to dermatologist this morning. You got to be basically naked when you go in here because they want to check you out.
Yeah, they didn't. You don't have to go in like a gown or anything?
No, they just told me to
really?
take off my shirt.
Huh,
and,
interesting.
And they told me to take off my shorts.
Oh. I wonder if I'm getting scammed. I always have to take off all my clothes.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to call me back?
Yeah. Got to check out your whole body. Completely nude.
I wasn't nude.
Interesting.
They said I got another week,
Okay.
which is good. Hopefully it's a good week. So that's why I got shorts on as soon as I walked in the building. I said I got shorts on, and they were only concerned about my ampites. They gave me some medication for that. Dominic's in there. Hey, Dom, don't shake your head. I had a rabbi with me and a priest. It was serious. I mean, it was like do or die.
Those ampites.
They're bad. I'm telling you. Dominic's in the house. If you just turned on the radio for the last week and a half, Jimmy's no longer with us. He's gone. He's with the still with the company, but he's no longer on the Penthouse. Dominic's in doing a bang-up job, getting A-minuses every day. Maybe one A he got. Friday, I'll give you an A. You got an A on Friday. Franny's back from her trip, and we missed her. How are you, Franny?
All right, good. Thank you.
And it is time for a Greek's Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, the Dolphins played last night, believe it or not, and if you watch the game, you'd probably be like, I can't believe it. They got beat 31-12. McDaniels is 2-9 on primetime games. Is the ship be sinking? Yes, it is. Dolphins have major problems. They're playing New England this week, a game where you thought about on the schedule. That's why when everybody does these schedules in August and said, this is a win, this is a loss, you can never figure it out because you don't know who's going to be healthy. It doesn't look good for Miami. It just doesn't. Tua's not coming back to week 8. And defensively, we couldn't stop them running. It was just not a good game for the Miami Dolphins. And the expectations were so high for us. But like I said, probably the next sellout will be Taylor Swift, October 19th. There was another football game last night, 2 in the NFL. Lions beat the Seattle Seahawks, so Seattle's no longer undefeated. Goff, unbelievable game. Had 18 for 18 at one point and scored a touchdown. Pete Rose passed away.
arguably one of the best baseball players ever, over 4,256 hits, the most ever. All-Star 17 times. 3 times he was a world champion, MVP for the Reds. He did it all. Just off the field, in the dugout, he was betting. He got caught for betting. Also, you know what? He pissed everybody off when he said he didn't bet. Then he did bet. I've always said for years, I think if Pete Rose handled it differently, he would be in the Hall of Fame, without a doubt. But he just angered so many people that it was just only one thing they could do. Then the commissioner at the time, Giamatti, Pete Rose goes, I hope you drop dead. And the next day, he dropped dead.
Whoa.
So that did not help him. People never forgot about that.
No, not at all.
I had the pleasure of meeting Pete 4, 5, 6 times. Just a unique character, like I said. Just one of those guys that when you meet him, you felt his presence. We had a connection with betting, with football and stuff like that. But definitely one of the greatest ball players. I put him in the top 10 of the last, 75 years. But it is a shame what ended up happening to him. But he passed away. In other baseball news, the playoffs start today. 4 big games, and the Mets are in. They won yesterday. Only had to win 1 out of 2 in a doubleheader with the Braves, and he did. And the Mets are in the playoffs today. I would bet against the Mets and the Braves today. That's my little tip for you. Because teams who celebrate usually get a little banged up with the champagne, and then they both got to get on flights. It's a tough day for both. And they played 18 innings yesterday, too. So add all that together and watch the Mets and Braves both win. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar in Deerfield Beach. Now over to Franny for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
October 1st, this day in history, we are going to go back 134 years ago, 1890. Yosemite was declared a national park by Congress. Then 116 years ago, 1908, Henry Ford introduced the Model T with a sticker price of only $825.
Wow, that's nice.
Can you imagine?
$800. I got a car.
That's how much insurance cost.
You're right. Good point. Down here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's like one monthly payment on a vehicle.
Sure.
$825. 92 years ago, 1932, with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes, Babe Ruth called his shot and pointed to the center field bleachers at Wrigley Field. So on the next pitch, he hit a home run over those very bleachers to put the Yankees ahead of the Cubs in Game 3 of the World Series. Then we are going to, speaking of Babe Ruth, 63 years ago, 1961, Roger Maris broke Babe Ruth's home run record by hitting his 61st home run of the season. The Babe hit 60 homers in 1927. Then you have 62 years ago, 1962, Johnny Carson made his first appearance as the host of The Tonight Show.
Oh, wow.
He was introduced by Groucho Marx and his first guest, Mel Brooks, Tony Bennett, Rudy Vallee, and Joan Crawford. Or Valley, and Joan Crawford. 62 years ago, 1962, the Beach Boys released their debut album, Surfin' Safari. And then, speaking of music, 55 years ago, 1969, the Beatles released Abbey Road in the U.S. In the U.S., they said if you aren't a Beatles fan, that's their classic album that features Come Together, Here Comes the Sun, and Something. This is 53 years ago, right here in Florida, 1971, Walt Disney World opened.
Wow.
In Orlando, Florida. Let's see, what else we got? 50 years ago, 1974, the flesh-eating Leatherface was first seen with the Texas release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then 1975, Muhammad Ali beat...
George Foreman?
Nope, in the Philippines.
Oh, Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier, yes. The Thrilla in Manila was widely considered to be one of the greatest fights of all time. And then we go 33 years ago, 1991. The white crystal beaded glove worn by Michael Jackson was stolen from the Motown Museum in Detroit.
Don't say so.
They said MC Hammer foolishly offered a $50,000 reward for its return.
And
MC Hammer did.
Did they ever find it?
I don't know. I got to look it up and see.
Tito had it.
Maybe. R.I.P. Tito.
Yeah.
Didn't he just pass away?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yep. Let's see. 23 years ago, 2001, Supreme Court suspended Bill Clinton from practicing law before the High Court. And a couple more things here. Let's see. 18 years ago, 2006, George Michael was arrested and charged with drug possession after he was found in his second favorite position, which was slumped over a steering wheel of his car in London, is what they said. And then finally here, seven years ago today, very, very sad, man, 7 years ago, 2017, that crazed gunman in Las Vegas opened fire during the Country Music Festival. Yep, they said it was for about 10 minutes on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay, where sadly 58 people were killed and more than 800 were injured. Man, that was 7 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
I can't believe how many people got injured. 700.
800 injured, 58 killed.
Yeah, that's so sad.
10 minutes.
Crazy.
Yep, crazy, crazy stuff. And there you go for this day in history, October 1st.
Dominic, what's happening? Good job, Franny. We got somebody at home?
We do. We have Evan.
Evan, what's up?
Hey, Greek.
How are you, bud?
Hey, Franny.
Hey, Evan.
Hey, Franny.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah, Greek, Mike McDaniel, he doesn't have the capability of adjusting to a game yet.
No.
He doesn't have, he only plays as one way, and that's all he knows. Because remember how Shula and Belichick, they could adjust to any, they go in and adjust at halftime or whatever. This guy can't do it.
Oh, well, I mean, again, it's tough to say. I do disagree. I agree with you on a lot of things with him. But the quarterback, they don't have a good quarterback right now. They never wanted to get a good backup, I believe, because they didn't want any problems with Tua. But it's just a bad game. I mean, they look bad. They look flat. I don't know how the hell they were favorite last night. I wish I had 20 G's on Tennessee. But, yeah, they just – and defensively, they didn't look good either. They just didn't. And the whole organization looked bad last night.
Yep. But the thing is, he should, just like cut down the plays, make simple plays, because he's still doing all these, all these backward runs and all that crap, and three guys moving at the same time. And that's too much time, Did you watch Tyler, Snoop, when he go up, he was still looking at his wristband at the plays when he's walking up behind the center.
Mm-hmm.
He still didn't know what was going on. Yeah, it was just really a mess. Total mess.
It was a shame last night because I think for the organization it looks bad. Now they're saying should we break up the team? Was it a mistake with Tariq? I mean, it just all of a sudden the wheels fell off. They look like a bad organization. And you know what? A lot of teams have injuries, but when you lose a quarterback, that's the most pivotal position in the NFL. It just is.
Exactly. But it's not time to throw in the anchor yet. Come on, it's too early.
Yeah, they got to start thinking about next year. This year's over. They got to work on the defense in the offseason. And, they've had a lot of injuries. A-Chain got hurt last night. Yeah. Mostert's out. Phillips is out. Chubbs isn't back. Obviously Tua, it's not great.
Yep, and you and I keep saying the same thing. They spent all that money, and they let Wilkinson go.
Yep.
That's the stupidest smart move they made all year.
No, that was personal. I've always said that in life. It happens at your job, and it happens in sport teams. There was something with him that they didn't like. The guy led the team in tackles the last 3 years, and they let him go out the door, and then they signed Ramsey, who should not be the highest cornerback in the league, for that money. They give, Waddle money, they give Hill money, they give Tua money, and no. They should have took a couple $1 million off of everybody and gave it to Wilkinson, and he would have been there. Because their defense looked bad last night, too. Couldn't stop the run.
Terrible. Yeah, you know how we're talking about Pete Rose. Now, we lost Willie Mays a couple months ago. Now Pete Rose, my childhood heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know how Pete Rose got his name, Charlie Hustle?
Go ahead, tell us. I assume that because he was always running down for every time he walked?
Well, no, Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford was playing a exhibition game or a spring training game with Cincinnati when he was a rookie. And he said Mickey and Whitey, they were hungover. And Mickey goes, look at that guy out there running all over. Because he was just running all over. And he goes, yeah, and Whitey Ford, yeah, look at him. He's Charlie Hustle. And that's how he got the name. Whitey Ford got that name to him.
Wow.
That name.
Yeah, Rose is great. You can't argue about him as an ability, what he did for baseball, how he played every day hard. But off the field, that's where all the issues came out. But I still think he would have been in the Hall of Fame had he played it differently.
Well, Ty Cobb has a lot of, he had a lot of problems that that kept him in the Hall of Fame.
Different time. You can't compare Ty Cobb to Pete Rose.
Yeah, I understand that.
The media was different then than years. You're going back, way back. I still believe if I was Pete Rose's agent, I would have got him in the Hall of Fame if he listened. But Pete Rose didn't listen to anybody.
Nope. And you know the movie 61 with Maris and Mantle?
Yeah.
You know, they talked about how they kept everything hidden to all the press, you know, because they had their own press guys that would ride with the team all the time. And they would hush all the stuff, you know, that nowadays everybody, you know, you could say anything about anything or even make up crap, you know?
Yeah.
But those guys there, they had like a gentleman's agreement to not write that stuff, you know?
Well, that's the way it was in sports and politics, because if you wrote the stuff, then you got X'd out. They didn't let you do it. That's why all these different stories come out about people 40, 50 years later. But, again, Rose as a baseball player is fantastic, but he broke a rule. It's obvious. But I do think he could have gotten Hall of Fame if he played it differently. But he didn't, and rest in peace.
You mean played it differently with his attitude and came out in the beginning? Okay, that's what you
Yeah, he should apologize and said, I bet on baseball. You know, the same thing politicians say, I have a problem, I'm getting help. And I think 5 years later, they would have let him back in. Because we love to rip down our heroes and then bring them back up.
Sure do. All right, I'll be listening to The Zone if you're going to be on.
We're going to be on, baby. It's football season. We're on. Thanks, Evan, for always listening.
Yep.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call. I know we had a couple people on hold that we lost. If you guys want to call back, you can. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Do you believe in hall passes in a relationship? Or do you think they're a bunch of hot fudge sundae material where you're like, get out of here, that's not happening? I don't believe it. I don't think your girlfriend or wife or whatever you got going on is going to be like, hey, you can cheat tonight, don't worry about it. And then tomorrow morning wake up and go, hey, what do you want to do tonight? You want to go out? How was dinner last night? Did you have a good time? I don't believe that happens anywhere. If it has happened and it's worked out for you, give us a call. I'd love to hear about it, and God bless you.
47142 started off with Real Radio. I got the text line open in front of me. Let's see. We have Greek, you are my forever hall pass. Don't know who that's from, but there you go. We have a welcome back, Franny. We also lost Mr. Not in My House. You know who that is?
Matumbo.
Yeah, Matumbo. And, of course, Greek was not hitting on that girl. If he was, he would have invited her back to his place to set the clock on his microwave.
That's a good one.
Says hall pass. It sounds like this guy, where are we? Sounds like this guy is working on an affair and calling it a hall pass. Like the line from Princess Bride. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. And then we have hall pass, unless the couple is cool with an open relationship. A hall pass is a silly concept, in my opinion. And that's from our girl, Sarah. Let's see. And then we have OMG, Franny, your voice is beyond sexy today. It hurts to talk, though, so it doesn't feel sexy.
Yeah, it's tough.
It doesn't feel sexy.
No.
Says, I missed the very beginning of the show. If you're sick or if it's from yelling at the football game. It's not from yelling at the football game because I did not get to watch it, unfortunately. I worked, I took my some vacation days to work, a 3-day festival. So a lot of talking, a lot of working, 15 hours on my feet. Takes a toll on you.
Who do we have?
We have Chris.
Chris, what's up? You're in the Penthouse on a Tuesday. How are you, sir?
What's going on, Greek? What's up, Penthouse?
What's up, Chris? We're doing good. Rocking and rolling.
So, I'm a little jacked up. I don't care about the game, but I went to the game.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that.
My wife and I went and sat club level right behind Club Live.
Nice.
Oh, Greek, it was the best time ever. For one, the waitresses at Live, oh, my Lord.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. They're easy on the eyes.
So Liv is still there.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, we thought it was gone.
I think Liv's gone, isn't it?
All I know is I got to meet Trick Daddy, and whatever booth he was in next to our seats was jamming.
Yeah, he was there last night. He helped kick off the ceremonies for the game. I think he had a jersey on number 50.
Yes, he did. It actually had his name on the back. My wife didn't recognize him, but I absolutely did. I tried not to act like a fanboy and just said what's up to him, and he acknowledged me and said what's up back. And we had one of the best times ever.
That's great. That's great. You had a good time. I'm glad you went to the game. You had great seats. Too bad the Dolphins lost, but that's awesome.
It's all about the experience, honestly, man. Just get out there. I tell everyone, just go to a Marlins game, go to a Dolphins game. Just experience it. Soak it in. It's fun. It really is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people would love to go and enjoy themselves. You had great seats, which helps, but for a lot of people, you know what? It's just the hassle or the money where they're like, and it's school night. You know what? You got to get up the next day, and a lot of times you get home late, and people don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, but I also heard you mention, and my wife and I had looked it up, some of them nosebleed seats, they were going for $40.
Oh, yeah, last night, we had Jason on from the Gator, and he's a season ticket holder, and he said his seats, he couldn't even, they were like $40 last night.
Probably could be cheaper now.
Yeah, they were now. They'll pay it.
Yeah, exactly, to go to a game.
Yeah. Seats were very inexpensive. It was a weird time last night, too. They had 2 in the NFL, so the game started at 7, where traditionally it starts at 8, and it gives you a little bit more time. So to go down the game from up here, I'm sure even from South Miami area, there was so much traffic you had to do it. You were right in the rush hour.
We left it through third period just trying to beat all the traffic, and it was still bad.
Oh, I'm sure. It must have took you a couple hours to get home.
It absolutely did, but it was definitely worth it. We had a great time, and who cares if they lost? It's just a game. It's just like betting. You win some, you lose some.
That's what it's all about. It sounds like you had a great time. We're glad that obviously you connected with us and told us, but we're also glad you had a good time. And you had great seats.
Oh, I'm still jacked up, brother.
Good for you.
And Dominic sucks.
I don't know. Does he still suck, or is he getting better? I think he's getting better. He's
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah.
It's sucking in a good way.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Whatever, Franny.
Not going to argue that. I don't think anybody would. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Do you believe in hall passes? Is the Dolphins season over? What do you think of that? Is the season done for the Dolphins on October 1st? It seems like it is. Most people say, yes, it is done. And what are your thoughts on hall passes? And if you're a Dolphin season ticket holder, are you upset today? Are you like, man, I want to sell my tickets? Let us know all those things. We have a lot going on today. Don't forget, you get a keyword every hour where you guys can win $1,000 for an iHeart. Who doesn't want $1,000 for an iHeart? I was talking about possibly going to Vegas for Thanksgiving. I think we nixed it. I think last night was the nail in the coffin where we just can't do it.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's going to be too much drama and too much trouble.
Why too much drama?
I don't know. And I feel bad going to, I don't know, for whatever reason. I don't have any family down here. You know what I mean? But I don't know why. I just feel bad going there Thanksgiving. And it's going to be a little cold. It's no pool time. You know what I mean? There's no pool time. So that's a little shocking. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We're going to come back with some Florida stories. Franny will give those to you in a few minutes, and we got a lot more coming at you. Peace.
Think we're just in your car? Think again. Anytime, anywhere. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Expect to tap the brakes on I-95 between High Paluxo Road and Belvedere Road, and on the turnpike between Lantana Toll Plaza and Beeline Highway. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Looking to make the most money on the sale of your vehicle? GiveMeTheVin.com buys all makes and models from $2,000 to $200,000. They buy them all at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This time of year, a lot of people are rolling back into town after spending their summer up north. But even if you're just here for the winter, you gotta look after your garage door like a local. Us full-timers know your garage door has been down here with the rest of us all summer, holding back the rainstorms and the dust bunnies and the blistering heat. You can't just waltz in, crack a beer, push a button, and just expect everything to work like a charm. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our annual service check will make sure your garage door is ready for winter. We check the rollers, clean the tracks, and lubricate the drive system. We'll even change the batteries in your remote. You blend right in with the rest of the locals, and we all go back to making fun of the tourists. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll come over and make it right. Hey, you gotta be from somewhere.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Name-calling, pushing, ignoring, whispering, throwing things. Bullying is very much alive in school.
Students with learning and thinking differences are 31% more likely to be bullied. Some kids are wired differently, but all kids can thrive with the right support. Talk with your child's educators to prevent bullying. Not sure how? Understood.org's In It podcast has the right info to get started. Visit understood.org to learn more.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures today in the low 90s across the area, a few degrees above where we expect them to be this time of year. We're also tracking the chance for some isolated showers. Overall, for that shower coverage, we're looking inland and also in the northern part of the area. This pattern continues tomorrow. Things change towards the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell 3 insider stories guaranteed to make you laugh about the king of rock and roll. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike's Cigar Lounge.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
The films, the stars, the milestones, the awards. Here's Big Sue with the Week in Hollywood History.
October 1st, 1968.
The original horror classic Night of the Living Dead premieres in Pittsburgh. Also noted for its multiracial cast, it grossed roughly 250 times its $100,000 budget and is now recognized as one of the most influential films of its genre.
October 2nd, 1946.
With a budget of roughly $300 per episode, Faraway Hill, network television's first soap opera, begins its 2.5-month run on the now defunct Dumont Network.
October 3rd, 1941.
The Maltese Falcon is released, starring Humphrey Bogart and Mary Astor. A box office hit, it's now considered one of the best films ever made and is often cited as the first major example of the film noir style.
October 4th, 2019.
Actress and singer Diane Carroll passes away at age 84. Born Carol Diane Johnson in the Bronx, her 50-plus year career included playing Dominique Devereaux on 80s soap Dynasty and was the first black woman to star in a modern TV series, the late 60s sitcom Julia.
October 6th, 1927.
Hollywood makes a giant leap away from silent movies with the release of The Jazz Singer, the first film with a fully synchronized soundtrack including dialogue and musical numbers.
And that's the Week in Hollywood History on iHeartRadio.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword deposit at realradio921.com. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Don't forget a new keyword for you so you guys can win $1,000. I'm going to see how long I can go with short pants on in the studio. So far I made the first hour, but it is freezing. I might not make the show. I might have to put on my pants. We'll see what happens. I am the Greek. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Just hello, that's it.
It's general hello.
Just a general hello. All right, Francis is here.
Hi.
And it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida.
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Alrighty. Well, let's start here with a guy who claims he was the devil. That's happened. This guy says he was Satan, a crazed Florida man. His name is Robert Landis Benya, decided to break into a Hialeah woman's home completely naked. Not only was he naked, he also claimed that he was Satan himself. Benya, 26 years old, picked the absolute worst way to introduce himself by walking into her apartment after she just left for a second. And when she came back, there he was. The dark, self-proclaimed Dark Lord, completely naked, birthday suit and all, and was in her bedroom. Can you imagine a naked stranger in your bedroom claiming he's a devil? They said that this weirdo didn't stop there. He jumped on her, started saying some insane stuff, like how it was her last day on planet Earth, calling her a pedophile, and basically telling her that she had to die. Absolutely terrifying. They said, we're talking about having the worst surprise house guest ever. Then as she tried to make a run for it, he grabbed her, dragging her by her hair back inside. Ooh. Now, if that's not scary enough and crazy enough, hold on, it got a little stranger. This guy then claims to be her husband, even taking her man's underwear. The poor woman starts yelling for help, telling neighbors to call the cops because there was a naked psycho in her place yelling nonsense. By the time the police did show up, Satan was still yelling, swearing that he was married to the victim and that she was some kind of guardian angel. This dude is nuts.
Yes, he is.
He was super committed, though, to this whole role. Meanwhile, the poor woman is like, I don't even know who this guy is.
Oh.
I said to make matters more complicated, his mom showed up, Pena's mom, begging her not to press charges. She's sobbing on the floor, pleading for her son. The victim felt for her, but insisted that she could have died and felt justice needed to happen. So now he's facing charges of burglary with assault or battery. And this woman has got an absolute insane story that she will never forget.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he should go to jail.
Yeah.
Can't give him a pass.
No. And he is. Well, this is crazy. So, we had Hurricane Helene, and unfortunately, some people lost their homes. But this family's home survived Helene. But this is what happened due to it because water got into the garage. So there's a family in Siesta, and they survived the hurricane but narrowly escaped when their Tesla that was in their car ignited in the middle of a night into like a fireball. They said the Hodges family was in bed when the blaze broke out. 2 of their grandchildren did stay up a little past midnight when they heard a popping sound come from the garage. That's when they went to go see what was going on, and they discovered what they described as a fireball. The fire alarms blared. The family rushed to get outside. They said the car became engulfed in flames in less than a minute. They said it took less than 15 minutes for their grandchildren's bedrooms to collapse in the fire. Shortly, the rest of the home did too. Very, very sad situation, but the Hodges, they said, we had no idea that such a small amount of water could cause their car to ignite.
Wow.
Those Teslas and reduce their dream home to ashes. Obviously they're like, hey, we're happy we're alive.
But
Yes,
sucks.
it does suck, yes.
It's terrible.
Yes.
That's the last thing you think your car's going to get.
38 years. We put everything into this house. We built it for our family, and now it's all gone. So, yeah, just note to self, those EVs or Teslas, particularly if they get water in them, they'll blow up.
Terrible.
That's nuts.
They don't tell you that.
And then next up in your What the Florida we got, instead of a crazy Florida man, a crazy Florida woman. She's facing several charges after authorities say she did some things. All right, so FHP, it's like 5:15 in the morning on I-4. Say Tashira Williams of Largo was headed westbound, and the troopers say that she was impaired and lost control of her car, and it ended up colliding with a barrier wall. That's when they arrived and determined, this woman should be arrested. Like I said, she was impaired. She resisted, had to be physically restrained. They said as she was being restrained, she grabbed the FHP, the trooper's genitals, and bit his leg.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not a good move. Yeah, don't grab genitals and bite legs of a trooper.
Not if you want to get away with it.
No.
Good advice from Franny.
Yeah. That's when she was charged with resisting arrest with violence and a DUI. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. 877-927-6969. You can call us with that number. You can text us at Real Radio 47142. On the table today, Pete Rose passed away. Do you think he should be in the Hall of Fame? Dolphins season, is it over? And Hall passes, what do you think? Are they true? Are they false? Are they a bunch of yang, what? That really don't mean anything? Let us know. Give us your opinions on those 3 situations. You can also call us and ask us anything you want or text us anything you want.
I have a couple of things, just a heads up. If you are not aware, we are bringing back, or we did bring back cash. So we have a bunch of opportunities a day for you to get a keyword. We want you to win $1,000. We call it Red Zone Revenue. The Rover from Rover's Morning Glory will give you that keyword. And you just got to put it in, right? Are we doing it website this time? RealRadio921.com?
Yes, I believe so, yep.
There you go. And that's way you guys can hopefully access $1,000. We want winners. We had 2 or 3 last time.
Yeah, we did.
Let's do it again. And then also it is Tuesday, which means it is Just the Tip Tuesday. That is our Tuesday Instagram post. So you go to Instagram at RealRadio921, and that's where you're going to see the post up there. Just follow all of the instructions. We make it super easy. I lay it out for you, and you can score a pair of tickets to go see Thomas Rhett. That is happening next year, but those tickets are one of those things tickets are on sale now, but that's at I Think Financial Amphitheater. So if you want to see it, Thomas Rhett, that is our Just a Tip Tuesday Instagram post. Just follow all the instructions at Real Radio 921 on Instagram.
Thank you, Franny. Great job. There it is. A couple opportunities for you guys to put a smile on your face, whether it's winning $1,000 or getting tickets to a great concert every day on Real Radio. On the Penthouse, we have a giveaway for you. I hope you always listen to Rover and his crew in the morning to get you going. And then you got us, obviously, the Greek Zone, and then the News Junkies in the evening. And we are the home of the Florida Panthers. All the games will be heard on Real Radio. This is the first time that's happened. In the last couple of years, we had their playoffs, but now we have all their season right here. The champs of hockey. Dom, you ever go down to hockey games? Not really.
Yeah, I've been in a few Panther games.
Yeah?
Yep.
Like it? Not really?
No, I like it a lot. I like seeing the fights. It's different,
Yeah.
Definitely like watching hockey, especially in person.
Yeah, it's cool. You should go down this year a couple times and check it out. I haven't been to a hockey game in years. I went, I don't know when it was, maybe 4 or 5 years ago I went, the last one. I dropped a puck with 940 when I was down in Miami. That was pretty cool. And it was a good. It seems like they always got good crowds, though, even if they're just doing okay.
I'm sure it's better even now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Forget this year. The season tickets will be jamming, and the prices will be a lot of money. Drake's got a new house. Well, he's showing off his $100 million house, and he's got a basketball court inside. Regular court, a basketball court. He's a huge basketball fan, always has been, courtside for the Toronto Raptors, but he's got an actual basketball court in his house. The house is $100 million. One of my buddies was telling me, you see Drake's house, it's $1 million. I said, there's no way it's $1 million. I said, no way. I said, his house is $1 million right here. The next 2 streets over. I said, it's got to be $100 million. Mm-hmm. And then when I looked into it, it's $100 million. He's got a basketball court right in there, which is amazing.
So does Diddy.
Yeah. So did Diddy have a basketball court too?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, really? I thought it was just
with beds.
Oh, really? Yeah, Diddy's trying to get out again. He's got a new team. He's added a couple attorneys. The latest
he got rid of his attorney?
I think he still has him, but he added a couple people to his whole crew, and he's going to try for the third time.
All the help he can get? Huh?
Yeah, for his third time, he's going to try to get bail. The first time, second time was denied. Now he's going to try for a third time to see if he can get bail. We'll see what happens with that. I didn't know about the basketball court and the beds. I knew he had beds, they said, when he had his party at the Hamptons, like in the backyard, there'd be beds set up and candles and all that. But I didn't know about him having a basketball court actually in the house. But again, him and Drake. Drake's got a $100 million house, and he showed off his court. It's pretty cool. It definitely is cool. But, I wonder how much he ever really even uses it. I don't think so. Remember, Michael Jordan's house in Chicago was for sale for like 15 years, and he just sold that. I know within the last 60 days.
For a big loss, but that's nothing to him.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if it was that much of a loss. He kept on bringing down his asking price, but he bought it for way less than what he sold it for, so he still profited off of it.
Yeah, it got dropped a lot, but I think Franny's 100% right. I don't know what it works out to bottom line what he lost, but see. George Clooney also sold his house to an NFL football star. McCafferty bought George Clooney's mansion that he had for 30 years. I think for $7 million. So he's and George Clooney bought it from Stevie Nicks. So again, the third time it's going now to another celebrity football player, McCaffrey. McCaffrey also got some bad news. He went to a doctor, I guess, in Switzerland or Australia, and they said that he's going to be out for a while. He has some serious problems with his legs. Not good for 49er fans. Even speculation, is he finished? Which we hope not. But 49er fans, they got to be, you got to be massively worried. Dolphins last night, terrible game last night, and just not good to be a Dolphin fan today. But you hang in there as a Dolphin fan. There's ups and downs. There's always next year, because this year is just not happening, and I don't think it's too early to say it.
Hey, Dom, can you please find us the keyword for the 11 o'clock hour? We have people texting at 47142 who missed it when Rover gave it for $1,000.
Yes, I believe it was deposit.
Deposit. All right, there you go. Take deposit. Enter that realradio921.com. 47142. Started off with Real Radio. We got a few text messages here. Let's see. We know Taylor tickets are so expensive, but my sister-in-law called yesterday looking for help with parking at Hard Rock. Cheapest we could find for parking was $300. Most expensive we saw, $3,000.
For Taylor Swift?
Crazy.
For Taylor Swift?
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it can't be for the Dolphins.
But parking.
Yeah, crazy. The parking passes are crazy.
$300.
Yeah.
That's the cheapest they could find. Yeah, and we have Dominic, don't listen to the haters. You're doing fine. I think Chris is just messing with them.
Yeah, no, he's doing good. He's doing really good.
Yeah, and Franny, your voice is sexier. I'm sorry it hurts. It's not going to last, all right? So don't get used to it. We got sucking good, huh, Franny? Yep. Let's see. I think they should forgive Pete in death and place him in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people are saying.
We got this really crazy text about a Florida story. I'm glad it was a happy ending, but it says another Florida story. In Port St. Lucie, a lady hit a dog with her car. She stopped but couldn't find the pup. So the next day she said, I know I hit the fur baby, and she ended up, just taking her car to the repair shop. The mechanic found it inside the grill.
Oh!
Unhurt. unhurt.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Like a whole day in there. Oh my God, my heart hurts. But unhurt, they found the owner and all is well.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Happy Florida story ending. How nuts is that?
Thank God she went to the repair shop because
Right?
the dog would have just been in there.
Somebody also said, what does Dominic mean by Panther game? I don't know. And it wasn't. Did you mention something about the Panther game?
No, I asked him if he ever went to a Panther game.
Okay.
And he said he went to a few games.
Okay. Then we have Brett from Melbourne listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hello, Greek. Dom, welcome back. Franny, I was at Louder Than Life in Kentucky. It says, I'm on the struggle bus, too. Excuse me. It says, I know the Carolinas got hammered by the flooding. Has anyone heard from Doc Glenn since the storm? And you're right, because he is in Asheville. And if you've not seen the pictures, it is devastating what happened up there. I mean,
the water.
Man, it is to the roof. Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think about that because I do believe Glenn is in Asheville. So we'll see if we can have somebody reaching out. But thank you. Money's on the dresser. That's from Brett.
Thank you, Brett. We appreciate it. 877-927-6969. If you guys want to give us a call, you can. Always appreciate you guys calling or texting us. And on the table today, Pete Rose, do you think he's going to get in the Hall of Fame now that he passed away yesterday at 83 years old? Is the Dolphins season done? Is it time to call the Greek Moving and Storage and load it up and get it out of there? Is their next sellout going to be Taylor Swift? That's what I think. And what about a hall pass? Do you believe in that? I think that is totally shenanigans. If somebody gave you a hall pass, I think they just don't even care. And I think it's just a joke. And if you want to text us or call us and tell us who is your hall pass if you were in a relationship. But if you're with the right person, should there really be a hall pass? No. There shouldn't be, because if it's the right person, it's the right person. It doesn't matter who comes up to you. Even somebody asks you out to meet her, like, hey, you know what? I don't want to help. Do you think that? Would you have thought that was a line for trying to hit on somebody?
I mean, how hot was she?
She was all right. It was just, she was right next to me. I wasn't looking at her.
She wasn't that hot or he would have hit on her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I think that's a little bit shallow.
1 through 10, Greek.
Yep.
What'd you say?
1 through 10, what was she?
Oh, I don't like to put numbers on people. That's so brutal. How the hell can you do it? 6?
Okay.
5.5?
Yeah, see, not hot enough for him.
I don't know. But I wasn't thinking that. I just wanted to get the friggin' meter paid. You know what I mean? That was it. I wasn't thinking that. She was right next to me at the same time. If you missed the story this morning, I was out the other night, couldn't figure out a meter because absolutely I cannot do anything. And this girl was next to me, but it was a small world. She knew somebody who I knew. The other girl called me and said she thought you were hitting on her at first, Greek, when you asked about the mirror. But then she said you walked away and said, have a nice night. And she was, I guess he didn't know.
Yep.
And I didn't know. I was just like, what a pain in the ass. You got to put your license plate down. You got to put your credit card. Like, what happened to just throwing somebody $20? Come on. Let's make it easy.
Did you throw her the $20?
No, I didn't throw her anything. I was just like, here. What I think would be good is if they had somebody there walking up and down and maybe helping people and accept tips. Because I can't be the only person who doesn't know how to do it. A lot of people struggle with that. Not really, but I'm making myself feel good. 877-927-6969. Dolphins last night, bad game all around. Just bad. McDaniel is not good on primetime games. He had that look again where he looked like a character from Miami Vice. And Dolphin fans I know were hurting, booing tremendously. They were showing people getting just so upset. But not a good game for the Dolphins. No doubt about that. But hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what the season can turn out to be. They are talking about the Dolphins being one of the worst teams in the NFL. And that is crazy.
Ouch.
When you were considering that, maybe about a month ago, we were talking about the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl before he was hurt, which is just crazy to me. And that
Do you
offense
agree with that statement, that they're the worst team in the NFL right now?
No, I think they're a bad team. I don't know if they're the worst. I think they're better than Carolina. I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't know if with the lineup we have now and 2 out and Dalton for the Carolina might beat us, which is sad to say. I don't know. New England's not a good team. We played them this week, so we'll see what happens with New England this week. I don't know. It's just not a good feeling I felt bad last night watching a game with a bunch of Dolphin fans who were really fans and just felt so bad and was just so disgusted. 877-927-6969. That is the number you can call. Today is October 1st, if you didn't know, and Halloween will be there before you know it. And I know I heard this story yesterday. I think, Franny, you had it too. Now you could order your Halloween costume for an Uber. They'll come to your house?
I mean, Uber does everything these days. They
It's
really
unbelievable.
do. Yeah, so now if you're too lazy to grab your own Halloween costume, Uber announced that they're partnering with Spirit Halloween, the big Halloween store. And I know they do pop-ups all the time every year when Halloween's around. So you can actually just pay your Uber driver to go get your costume. So they say, have you reached peak laziness yet? If you have, they said you can grab a generic costume from Spirit Halloween without even having to get off your couch, because they made that announcement. So you'll be able to pay an Uber Eats driver to go grab your costume. They said that it's Uber's newest step in their quest to help us get anything delivered on demand. So they say they also own Postmates too, which I didn't know. So you can order through Postmates, Uber Eats, or just straight on the Uber app. But they announced that they have more locations than ever this year, the Spirit Halloween. I think over 1,500 they have across the U.S. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's a lot.
So I think you just go there, and then probably they give you like a menu like you would with Uber Eats if you're ordering from a restaurant, to see whatever Halloween costumes there are, and just order it, whatever size you need, and they'll send it right to your house.
It's crazy, though, because with clothes, it's like ordered online. It might not fit, different things like that. You got to worry about that. But I don't know. People did debate it. Is it being convenient, or are you that lazy? There's two different things there. But again, if it's just dropped to your house, you could be doing other things. It gets there, and you're ready to rock and roll. I don't know. With clothes, anytime I don't order anything online. Very rare. And if I do, somebody does it for me, and it never comes out. Like, the sizes are always, you know what I mean? Like, me personally, I like to try it out. But again, I just think they're trying to do another thing for people to make it convenient, and people will do it. They'll be like, hey, I'll get a costume home. Who cares? I don't have to do it.
Well, I mean, a lot of people order costumes online anyways. So it's just basically that. You don't know what you're going to get until obviously you see the costume and the size. It's just convenient, and you get it probably within an hour or less, like you would food.
But you're going to pay more, right? Because they have to put their money on it. So if you bought a costume. They
do service fees and tipping too, I'm sure. Tipping your Uber driver.
Yeah. So, say you bought a costume for $40. I'm sure if you got it from them, it's probably $50. Mm-hmm. With a tip, you would think. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to pay for the convenience, right?
Yeah. Well, you pay for everything, either way. Dom, what would you do? Yay or nay? Would you get a costume delivered to you?
If I was in like a last-minute situation, I'd go for it.
Yeah. All right. There it is. Let us know.
There we go. I'm looking it up right now. I'm on Uber Eats. They have $0 delivery fee, and I can get my costume within 25 minutes.
Really? Wow. Let's get it to the station. Wow.
And everything. They show you the pictures of the costumes, even accessories, stuff like that. So, yeah, they got you can even get decorations for the house, Halloween decorations.
We should order Greek's costume right now.
There we go. Perfect. You can get pet costumes on here, too. Look at that. I can dress up my pet as Wednesday Addams. These are adorable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day, and listen to Rover. We'll be back with a trifecta, and we'll talk about a couple other things. Franny's going to talk about what people are trading their friends in for. You might be surprised. And it's probably less money. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, make some noise!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu, beginning Monday.
All right, you guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible.
See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu, beginning Monday.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Expect to tap the brakes on I-95 between Hypoluxo Road and Belvedere Road, and on the Turnpike between Lantana Toll Plaza and Beeline Highway. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your password security with Norton 360. Weak passwords can be targets. That's why Password Manager is included in Norton 360 to help keep you safe. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach. Watch the game with beautiful girls every Monday night. All new game booths available. Whether your team wins or loses, you're a winner at Monroe's. Bottle packages all night long. Raffles and beer bucket specials during every live game. It's Monroe's and Palm Beach. Monday night, that's where you need to watch football. 7 days a week, Monroe's is open with the beautiful ladies and a 5-star restaurant. Get over to Monroe's today. They make a good night a great night at Monroe's and Palm Beach. Hey.
Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season as Miami takes on New England. Great food and drink specials, including $3 Miller Lite drafts during all televised pro football games all season long. Plenty of real radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lounge and Lanes, 929 14th Lane in Vero Beach. See you there.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
This time of year, a lot of people are rolling back into town after spending their summer up north. But even if you're just here for the winter, you gotta look after your garage door like a local. Us full-timers know your garage door has been down here with the rest of us all summer, holding back the rainstorms and the dust bunnies and the blistering heat. You can't just waltz in, crack a beer, push a button, and just expect everything to work like a charm. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our annual service check will make sure your garage door is ready for winter. We check the rollers, clean the tracks, and lubricate the drive system. We'll even change the batteries in your remote. You blend right in with the rest of the locals, and we all go back to making fun of the tourists. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll come over and make it right. Hey, you gotta be from somewhere.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, South Florida, it's Franny, and fall is here, and that means shopping season. So if you need extra cash and ready to sell your car, then you got to check out GimmeTheVin.com. Get top dollar for used car right now at GimmeTheVin.com. They're 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau and pay more than their competitors. If they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100. It's fast, pressure-free, and they'll even pick up your car for free. Visit GimmeTheVin.com today and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter. You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed to keep out of reach of children.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain with iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One. The WNBA semifinals continue tonight with Game 2 between the Las Vegas Aces and New York Liberty at 7:30 Eastern at the Barclays Center. Brianna Stewart and the Liberty won Game 1. Then at 9:30 Eastern, Game 2 of the Connecticut Sun versus the Minnesota Lynx at Target Center. Nafisa Collier and the Lynx looking to tie things up at a game apiece after the Sun stole Game 1 from them on their home court. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
With the Venture Card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2x miles on every purchase. Plus, earn unlimited 5x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye, and I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search the Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Don't forget, get that keyword and try to win $1,000. Who doesn't want a G-note in their hand? Right now, I could use $1,000. Anybody could use $1,000.
Me too.
Could you use $1,000?
Oh, for sure.
For your next Vegas trip, without a doubt. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Dolphins, believe it or not, did play a game last night, and they didn't really show up. They got spanked 31-12. Not a good night for them at all. They got some serious issues on both sides of the ball. They could not score, and they were facing a team with their backup quarterback, and they didn't have a win. McDaniel is not in good situation right now with the Dolphins. I don't know why they gave him an extension, but they did. But in prime games, he has not had a winning record, and he also doesn't have a winning record against teams that are over 500. So I don't know what the Dolphins are going to do. It's only October 1st. We got 3 more months of this. Hopefully they can make it a little bit better or more respectable. Pete Rose passed yesterday, 17-time All-Star, all-time leader in hits. But he was a little bit on the other side where he got caught gambling when he was a manager of the Reds, and he was blackballed from baseball for life. People are speculating now, will they let him in the Hall of Fame after he passed away? If you have an opinion about that, you can call us at 877-927-6969, or you can text us at Real Radio 47142. I'm sure a lot of people are going to play his numbers in the lottery today, 4,265 hits in the pick 4. And if it comes out, they'll be like, oh, God, Charlie Hustle does it again. And the Mets are in the playoffs. They had a doubleheader yesterday with the Braves, and all they had to do was win one, and they did. They won the first one in dramatic fashion, scoring 6 runs late in the game. And then in the night of, the Braves won. So the Braves and Mets are both in the playoffs today, both playing today after playing 18 innings. It's just a hunch, but I would bet against both of these teams because they both drank some champagne and had to jump on planes. Watch them both win tonight. But when you look at the odds, you got to be like, man, they're jet lagged, 18 innings yesterday, drinking champagne. They got to be Shungad. So I don't know. Bet against them. We'll see what happens. I do like the Orioles to win the American League. That is my pick at 4.5 to 1 on your Hard Rock app. And that is Greek's Trifecta for lunchtime, always sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Peace.
So a heads up, we are doing our giveaway today on our Instagram. That is at Real Radio 921. We call it Just the Tip. So that is our Tuesday Instagram post. You're going to see it right there. All you got to do, if you have not followed us yet on Instagram, do that. Give us a follow. It's part of the instructions. Like the post, tag a friend, and then add the hashtag RealRadio921. You got to follow all those instructions to be in the running to win a pair of tickets to go see Thomas Rhett at the I Think Financial Amphitheater.
Yeah, that's going to be another good show. We're making it happen for you, so take advantage of it. And try to win tickets. Who doesn't want to win tickets, and who doesn't want to win cash?
So we were talking about puppy dogs because I mentioned it briefly about how Spirit Halloween and Uber have partnered up, and they do have all kinds of fun dog costumes. And it's people do. They buy costumes for their dogs. They buy a lot of things for their dogs. People love their dogs. Somebody texted in at 47142. They're like, I think it'd be funny if I got my bulldog a golden retriever costume, and then I got my golden retriever's bulldog costumes.
Oh, that's cool.
Just switch.
They might be a little confused.
They might be. They're like, hey, what's going on? I've got so many good costumes. I have like a little Ewok that I put on my bulldog. It's so funny. But I'll probably end up getting more. So when it comes to dogs, I don't think we're really surprised when I saw this article. And if you are one who has pets, I know, Dom, you have a dog too. Mm-hmm. I don't think that we're going to be shocked when we hear that people are starting to ditch their friends for their dogs instead.
Better conversation.
They rather hang out with their pets than with their friends.
Not surprised.
Yeah, so Americans are all in on their relationships with their pets. A new survey found that 99% say you should show your fur friends love and appreciation daily. Of course you should. But 97% even say that they're their family members.
Oh, yeah, everybody says that.
Yeah,
I hear. Yep.
They are.
Part of family.
And they say here's where it gets interesting. Nearly half of pet parents admit that they've skipped out on hanging out with friends to stay in with their pet, made some kind of excuse, and didn't tell them, like, hey, I just want to stay in with my pet.
Because that's pretty demoralizing if you're the other person.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather stay home with my Cocker Spaniel than go out with you. I don't think anybody's going to be like, whoa, that's awesome, thanks.
Yeah, they said not only that, but people have taken sick days from work so they can stay home and cuddle with their pets.
Wow.
Uh-huh. When they asked, like, hey, what's your perfect day with your pet? They said a road trip with your pet, shopping spree at your pet's favorite store, or even dinner at a pet-friendly restaurant. So,
do pets have favorite stores? They walk in, they know.
PetSmart.
Oh, that's their favorite store? Yeah. It's not Saks?
No. Somewhere where they can pick out their own toy and treats and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I'm not surprised that. But the one actually did surprise me was that people would call in, like, have a sick day just so they can stay home with their pets.
Dom, have you ever stayed home with your pet?
No, I don't think so.
Would you rather go out with stay home with your pet than go out with somebody?
Matters who that somebody is, you know.
Right.
There are times where it's like, you know,
but
I don't feel like going out.
Yeah, is there somebody you'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'd rather just stay home with my dog?
I wouldn't say that.
But there is.
Possibly, yeah.
Freddie, how about you? Anybody in your crew that sometimes you're like, I just don't have it tonight. I'd rather just stay home with the dogs?
I don't think it's crew-wise, but yeah. There's times where I just want to hang out and not do anything and just be with them. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes there was one where I did get ready and I looked at my dogs and I was just like, man, you know, I was in Orlando last week. I was this and that, and so I called my friends. I was like, you know what? I'm staying in tonight. I was like, I'm gonna spend some time with these little babies.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
There it is. Let us know. Have you ever told anybody, like, I'm staying home with my dog tonight? I'd rather be with him than you. It's not good for a relationship, by the way. I don't think that's a good thing. No. But, yeah, let us know. 877-927-6969. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. That's the other way you can do it. Dolphins, is their season over? A lot on the line today that you can call us about or text. Pete Rose, should he be in the Hall of Fame? Have you ever decided, you know what, I'd rather be with my pet than my friend? And let us know about that. And what do you think about hall passes? I think they're just a big puff up and I don't believe in any of it. But let me know if you ever had one. Like maybe you did have a hall pass and somebody said, hey, you know what? I got a hall pass. I got to do whatever I want. And if you had a hall pass, would you feel guilty if you did something? Like, could you come back in knowing that the person knows you're with somebody else? That's got to be so weird. And like I said, you just come home and like, how was your night? Not bad. How about yours? No, it was okay. I just don't think that. I don't even know where the hell that started with a hall pass, but it's just not, I don't believe in any capacity that could work. Unless it was an open relationship, then it's a different scenario. Totally different.
Well, I don't think it's considered a hall pass then. I mean, that's just your lifestyle.
Yeah, I guess so. You're like, okay, you can do what you want, I do what I want, and meet you in the middle. We'll meet for Thanksgiving, by the way. I did get a text message yesterday from a couple of people over last week and this week. Starts early, but people ask, are we doing the turkey giveaway? As of now, we are. I will let you guys know the details and location. We don't know anything yet, but we are doing the turkey giveaway. And that's usually the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Dom, you'll be involved in that, of course.
Oh, I'm sure I will be.
We also have you down for dinner at New York Prime. You and a guest, don't forget. And if you don't bring a guest, you actually get cash. So a little dinner.
Oh, not two steaks.
So you get dinner, but then if you don't bring a guest, you also get cash?
Yeah.
All right.
That goes for you too, Franny, but I know you're going to bring that.
Freddie's going to tell the husband to stay home.
Stay home. How much cash are we talking?
Depends. Probably 100. Imagine if you did that at a wedding. That'd be a great thing. You invite somebody to a wedding. Hey, if you come solo, you get $100. I bet you a lot of people would not come or put that toward the gift. Let us know. Yeah, that's our Christmas party. If you come solo, you get $100 back. If you bring somebody, then you don't get the $100. So is that $100 worth it to bring somebody? Dom, you bang around a lot. So it's this girl, that girl, this girl, that girl. So you might come solo.
You never know.
Yeah, you pick up the $100.
What week is it? You know, who knows?
We'll let you decide.
Yeah.
You pick the day.
No, you never know who I have with. So
it might be probably a Monday or a Tuesday, the week before Christmas. We'll see how that. When does Christmas fall this year? I don't even know what day.
Let's see.
Thursday? I don't even know what day.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Tom's looking it up.
Wednesday it falls on.
Oh, good guess. So it'll be the week before. That'll be too much craziness that Monday before. It'll probably be the Monday before. And we'll have our Christmas party. And like I said, you're welcome. You're invited, but you cannot bring a guest and pick up $100. Well, that's a big decision.
Is there an after party at Monroe's?
There could be.
Then I'm coming single.
There'll definitely be a cigar party after that. There'll be a cigar party. You'll have your Captain Morgan Reserve waiting for you.
Ooh.
Freddie will have her tequila. We already have it all planned out. I had somebody take care of everything the other day. I said to them, this is what you have to do. They're like, okay, 2 bottles. I said, yes. And we'll figure it out. 877-927-6969. Today is October 1st. Can you believe it? Wow, I cannot believe it.
Flu.
Oh, my God. And September flu. I mean, it just like that. 4 weeks in the books already. They always say these are the fastest 4 weeks of the year, and September did not let us down. It was, but I think it's been one of the hottest Septembers to me down here. I mean, yesterday afternoon, it was like 94. I don't remember it that hot Septembers.
You know what else today is?
What?
Taco Tuesday! National Taco Day.
It's National Taco Day.
Wow, on a Tuesday. How ironic.
Gotta get me some tacos in my life.
Are you a big taco fan?
Hey, I could always eat a taco.
What's your favorite?
Oh, steak probably. Chicken. I could go pork. Any of it.
You're like, I like all the tacos.
Yeah.
And where do you like to go? Where's your favorite spot?
There's a place in Royal Palm, Papichulos. They got some good stuff there.
Oh, yeah, they got the one in Tequesta, too, the original one. Good stuff.
Papachulos. All right, tacos on the table. Tell us the best place to get tacos. Give us a call at 877-927-6969. Franny, would you have one to go to that you really
I like?
They're
a lot
all
of
good.
tacos. Yeah, I'm a fan, but there's one that is close by me, and it's just kind of like just order and pick up. They don't, not necessarily a restaurant, not many tables. It's called Taco Chula. That place is delicious. But yeah, I am. My husband and I typically make tacos on Tuesday. That's our thing.
All right, so National Taco Day today. So if you don't have one, maybe it's a reason to get one.
Here we go. I'll let you know. We got some deals going on too for National Taco Day. Taco Bell, $1 tacos. They are offering all day long to celebrate with hourly drops of $1 tacos starting at 1 o'clock. You do have to be a Taco Bell Rewards member, which is easy. You do it online or just get the app. And they said you can redeem a deal for a crunchy taco for just $1. They're doing that thing. Let's see. But they're like switching it up. So what do I have? They have all kind of lineup here. So it looks like at 10 a.m., crunchy taco, 11 a.m., double stack taco, 12 o'clock, a chalupa supreme, 1 nacho cheese Doritos. Like, so they switch up the tacos every hour today.
Super Supreme, you said?
What?
Super Supreme?
Super Supreme. I said, what did I say? National Chalupa Supreme.
Oh, Chalupa Supreme.
Mm-hmm. I know you don't know what any of that is, Chief.
No, I'm just asking. Just if I order later.
I just know you don't.
I might go out for tacos.
Like, what is Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, I have no clue. It's a fast food place, that I know. He's got a big enchilada. Yeah, Dom with the drops. Fit right in. Get very accustomed to it. 877-927-6969. A lot of things on the board today that you guys can get involved with. Also, you get a keyword to win $1,000. But, again, what do you believe about hall passes? Pete Rose passed yesterday. It spread like wildflower. I mean, it just, 2 seconds. Everybody knew about it. I was getting text messages. Do you think they'll let him in the Hall of Fame now that he has passed? What do you think there?
I think it's a possibility.
Yeah.
They're a little more lenient once someone passes.
Mm-hmm. I wonder when. Maybe a couple years? Not this year.
It won't be this year, but maybe
2
a year or
years
two.
Yeah, maybe something down like that a couple years down the road. We'll see what happens. And again, if you have anything that Pete Rose signed, autographs, jerseys, gloves, bats, I'm sure they're going to go up in price. We could ask our good buddy Steve at Palm Beach Autographs about it, our partner for 20 years with Greek Gridiron, and see what he says. If you have any Pete Rose stuff, is it worth more money today? I would think it is because he passed away, but we'll see. He was just at a big signing in Nashville with a lot of the ex-Cincinnati Reds that he played with. Dave Concepcion, Tony Perez, Ken Griffey Sr. So it was pretty cool.
What if you have like the last thing signed by him?
Oh, yeah, it might be. Tony Perez. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could prove it on that Sunday because he was in Nashville doing the book signing. He didn't do anything yesterday, obviously. He was home back in Vegas. They said he was fine, and then I guess his assistant found him later in the night or later in the day, like it usually does happen, unfortunately, where a situation like that happens. Yeah, that sucks. 83 years old, too young to pass. Pete Rose is a guy that his name gets mentioned. Everybody has an answer or a comment, obviously, about yay or nay right away. Older people, I think, say he shouldn't be in. I think the younger kids are like, it's no big deal. Betting's so prevalent in our life right now. That's what people don't understand. This is when betting wasn't legal. So that's why it is such a big deal. And I think a lot of people, even one of my buddy's sons last night was saying to me, I don't know what the big deal is. I said, well, you couldn't bet that. And he was a manager. That was the thing, too. They felt like he was altering games based on his decisions, pulling pitchers, stuff like that. So it was all pretty nasty all around. But to his family and his friends, he was Pete Rose, probably one of the greatest baseball players ever. Top 10, I think, all time since the 1900s. But he definitely is somebody that I think he made it hard to like you sometimes, too. He really didn't care, Pete. He was pretty much, especially in his last 20 years, he really didn't care too much about people or what they thought was. I just thought was like, this is me. If you like me, great. If you don't, I really don't care. When you're like that with people, you're going to get more people than not to be like, I'm not a big fan of yours. But he did work out of Vegas for years and years and years signing autographs, which was pretty crazy.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what team in the NFL hasn't won a game yet?
What team has not won a game yet? Jaguars?
You're right. You got it.
They're 0-4, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, they're another team that was supposed to be so good this year.
All right, so they got to be the worst team, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, maybe, technically.
Yeah.
Florida, yeah. We're kicking ass this year.
Be.
Well, we beat them the first game.
Yeah, we did. It was a close game, too. We almost lost that game.
And we had Tua.
Yeah, we're not doing good right now this football season as a state. Tampa Bay is probably our only shining light because the Gators are not great. Florida State's not great. The Canes are down here. The Canes are good. Jaguars are bad. Dolphins are bad. Tampa's okay. They're having a good season. But besides that, we're Titanic City. We really are. And the Dolphins almost did lose that first game against the Jags. We got lucky break. We fumbled. Then he threw a bomb to Tariq Hill, and he ran for a touchdown. Imagine if they were 0-4. 1-3 is not much better. If they don't beat the Patriots this week, I mean, last night we lost to a backup. The guy wasn't even prepared. Rudolph from Oklahoma State. It's not like he was like, okay, this is a starting quarterback. The quarterback goes down, and the guy on the bench comes in, doesn't even have, like, you know, the script or anything like that. He's a backup, doesn't get a lot of reps, and he comes in and beats us. That sucks.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, that really is sad. If you went to the game last night, how do you feel? Do you feel the Dolphins season is over? Text us or call us, because I do feel like it's over, unfortunately, in the month of September. I would not want season tickets now, because I think you'd be so like, I can't believe it.
You could help Jason if you need some tickets.
Yeah, Jason's a diehard, though. He'll still go if they lose every game. He likes to tailgate with his friends, so he won't bail on his team.
Yeah, but every now and then, you never know. If there's a trip or something, he may have tickets.
Yeah, he may. He definitely may. Like I said, he was talking about his tickets last night, $35, $40. That's very reasonable to go to a game. I think they're upstairs. They're not like the very tippy top, but they're upstairs. But for $40, you can't beat that. I mean, that's not a bad price at all. Saturday Night Live had its last show on Saturday night. 50 years. Also, Simpsons started their last season, supposedly, Sunday night, too. 36 years Simpsons has been on. I can't believe that. Fan of Simpsons?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Sure. Yep.
Who's your favorite character?
Bart.
Is it?
Yep.
Did you watch it Sunday night?
No, I didn't watch this previous one, but I'm going to have to put it on.
Yeah, 36 years. Oh, my God. That is unbelievable when I read that. I'm like, whoo, talk about a run. That is some run. And obviously Saturday Night Live with 50 years. They had their traditional political sketches there. A lot of different things with the presidents and stuff like that. And their show, I heard, was okay. Didn't see it, but I heard it was okay. Didn't have like a huge star, even though we thought they were gonna, because there was 50 seasons. That would really like rock the house, or the same thing.
I mean, Jean Smart, she in her own right she's a star, but I don't know if everybody would know right who she is. I think that if you like saw her, you're like, oh yeah, totally, I've seen her and stuff before, but
for 50 years,
do you throw her in an A-lister? Is she? Yeah, I don't know.
I thought they would have somebody bigger. Somebody that would have, definitely tipped the scales a little. Maybe J-Lo, somebody like that.
P. Diddy?
P. Diddy?
I don't know if anybody's asking him to do anything these days.
Yeah, P. Diddy, I think, I don't know if he can get out for
a little busy.
Yeah.
He's a little bitty. You crack me up. Trying to get bailed for a third time. You can bet on that in Vegas. Yesterday was the Miami Heat day, media day, and people were betting on Jimmy Butler's hairdo. Because every year he comes out with a different hairdo. It's either real long, it's got curls in it. He does crazy things. A couple of years ago, it was combed to the side. But he came normal yesterday. Jimmy Butler showed up for a normal Heat game uniform. I had his headband on, and he was ready to go. And people were like, Jimmy, what's wrong? But you could bet. There was like 9 hairstyles offshore that you could bet on Jimmy Butler. He's done this for years with the Heat. He wears some crazy, like if you go online, you can see his hairdo from years ago. Crazy stuff that he used to wear. But he was normal yesterday. He was just like a regular player. He came to the Heat opening, and I guess everybody who bet exotic things ended up losing. But that was him just being himself and saying, all right, I'm Jimmy Butler. Miami Heat in training camp. It's going to be a long season for the Heaters, too. They're going to be about 500. That's what I think. Maybe a couple of games over. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good day. Keyword, don't forget, $1,000 a shot for you guys. Who doesn't want $1,000? And you go to our Instagram and win tickets to a great concert. Franny, we got some fun facts. What are we doing fun facts?
Yeah, it's something that I know a lot of us need every single day just to get going. Today is National Coffee Day, so I'll have those fun facts for you when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
When the smart speaker you gave your parents eventually becomes yours, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Expect to tap the brakes on I-95 between High Paluxo Road and Belvedere Road, and on the Turnpike between Lantana Toll Plaza and Beeline Highway. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your password security with Norton 360. Weak passwords can be targets. That's why Password Manager is included in Norton 360 to help keep you safe. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Hey, it's the Greek for the Hard Rock app.
Don't want to bet a ton of money? Try a parlay. The more bets you combine the parlay, the bigger your potential payout. Even if you only bet small, it turns into a big payday. Bets start as low as $1. If you're betting, you got to bet with the Hard Rock app. Download it today. It's football season, baby. Take advantage and have some fun. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-AMIT-IT.
When a hurricane hits, it's best to be prepared. That's why for the past 28 years, StormSmart has over 100,000 Florida product installations. Our innovative storm catcher screens and aluminum shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, StormSmart can protect every opening of your home. At StormSmart, we take pride in living and working in the same communities we serve because smart is going with a proven and trusted solution. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach. Watch the game with beautiful girls every Monday night. All new game booths available. Whether your team wins or loses, you're a winner at Monroe's. Bottle packages all night long. Raffles and beer bucket specials during every live game. It's Monroe's and Palm Beach Monday night. That's where you need to watch football. 7 days a week, Monroe's is open with the beautiful ladies and a 5-star restaurant. Get over to Monroe's today. They make a good night a great night at Monroe's Palm Beach. Peace.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing highlight. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. And it's all caliente.
Side by side for the race lead.
NASCAR playoffs weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway, October 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Hell of a job, guys. Hey, it's Greek. Tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Tim Walls of Minnesota.
I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket.
Shady Vance of Ohio.
I will give you everything I have.
Make their case for your vote in the vice presidential debate. Listen on iHeart's 24/7 news channel.
Search debate on the free iHeartRadio app.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Call. High temperatures today in the low 90s across the area, a few degrees above where we expect them to be this time of year. We're also tracking the chance for some isolated showers. Overall, for that shower coverage, we're looking inland and also in the northern part of the area. This pattern continues tomorrow. Things change towards the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
777. New patients, only 77. Bring a family member, only 67. Transfer patients, just 57. Visit mmjhealth.com/Real Radio. Again, that's mmjhealth.com/Real Radio.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
The Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword dollar at realradio921.com. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Penthouse on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying the weather because it is a postcard out there. It is beautiful. Enjoy it and have a good time and always listen to Real Radio. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
Hey.
And it is time for some facts of fun.
It's Freddy's Fun Facts.
Alrighty. Well, October 1st, not only is it National Taco Day, let's see, it's a bunch of things. National Homemade Cookies Day, if you like homemade cookies. It is International Music Day, Model T Day. We mentioned that earlier. What'd I say, $895?
That's a good price.
The first Model T. This one's for you, Dom. It's National Black Dog Day.
Ooh, yep.
Yes.
That is
What is
fair.
your dog's name, by the way?
Romo.
Romo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an easy name to remember. Ask me tomorrow.
National Raccoon Day, National Poetry Day, National Lace Day, National Hair Day, National Fire Pup Day. It's a bunch of days today. But the one that I'm going to talk about is one that I know that we all need in the morning just to get our energy, a little pep in our step. It is International Coffee Day.
Is it really? Wow.
Yes, sir, it is.
I didn't know.
They say it was actually discovered by goats, according to legend.
Goats?
Yes.
Found coffee.
According to legend, coffee was discovered in Ethiopia by a goat herder named Kaldi. He noticed his goats became energetic and danced after eating the red coffee cherries, leading him to then try them himself. I was like, oh yeah, that does give me a little extra.
A little kick.
A little pep in my step. It said, it is one of the most popular drinks. Coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world, only behind water. Over 2.25 billion cups of coffee are consumed globally every day.
Wow.
One of the most expensive coffees we talked about is before it's called Kopi Luwak, which is made from coffee beans that have been eaten and then passed through the digestive system of the, I believe you say civet cat, I think it is.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. The beans are collected, cleaned, and then roasted for a, they say, highly sought after brew.
I'll pass.
Crazy, right? No, you don't want to try it?
Nah,
I'll pass.
You wouldn't try it either?
No, I'll
I mean,
pass.
it goes through the whole process. It is passed. It's passed through a cat.
Yeah.
But, I'm just kidding, but yeah.
No thanks. I mean, like, you can pick up the phone and say to somebody, like, hey, you want to get a cup of coffee? Say a cup of water?
I would try it. I'm not going to pay for it because it's super expensive, but I would try it. It's collected, cleaned, roasted, so it's not like you're going to have any poop on it.
You hope.
No. Yep. We have here coffee can improve performance. The caffeine in coffee is a natural stimulant that can temporarily improve physical performance and mental alertness. That is why it's a popular beverage for athletes and people who are looking to stay sharp. They say just because it says caffeine doesn't necessarily mean, or just decaf doesn't necessarily mean it's caffeine free. Decaffeinated coffee still contains a small amount of caffeine. Not that much, but they say a cup of decaf has about 2 to 5 milligrams of caffeine. But that is compared to the average 95 milligrams in a regular cup of coffee. Finally, just a couple more here. We have that what they call the coffee belts. The regions where coffee grows are known as a coffee belt, located between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. Countries within this belt, Brazil, Colombia, Ethiopia, and Vietnam. They say that's why they all have the perfect climate for coffee. Coffee can fuel cars. In the UK, engineers created a car that runs on coffee grounds called the Carpuccino. Get it?
Oh, nice!
Converts coffee waste into fuel, though it's far from practical given the amount of coffee needed to power a trip. And then Finally here, coffee breaks began in 1940s. The concept of the coffee break became popular in the U.S. during World War II when factories gave employees short breaks to boost morale and productivity, and then often offering up a cup of coffee. And there you go for your National Coffee Day.
Thank you, Francis. Great job. It's Taco Day and coffee, so maybe have a coffee and taco and enjoy yourself. And you know what? You kick back and say, all right, make this a good Tuesday. You got the keyword for this hour. It's a new one, and I believe the word is dollar.
Oh, you got it right.
See, sometimes I surprise you. Tomorrow, ask me the name of your dog for 200. Romeo.
Can we ask you now? Yeah. Right.
Romeo, right?
Nope, you got it wrong already.
Already.
What was his name?
Romo.
Oh, it's close enough. Romeo. I mean, he's going to probably come. Call him Romeo tonight. I bet she runs over you. I mean, come on. I got somebody's name wrong last week.
No.
And I felt bad, but I don't know, and I still kept calling her the same name because I just felt like it fit her more. But I got to change it. I just do.
What were you calling her?
Her name was.
He doesn't even remember her real name either.
No, I got it.
Still.
I'm trying to think of her real name. Her real name was Jasmine. I was calling her Jasmina. She said, I wasn't going to say anything. She was, I just figured I'd run.
That doesn't make any sense. You said she looked more like a Jasmina than she did a Jasmine.
To me, she did.
Oh, my God. Wow.
I like that name. I think it's a cool name. I like odd names.
I think you're just making up names now.
I do too.
She'll be in a video this week with me picking football games. So, again, don't ever doubt the Greek. You'll end up like management.
Sometimes. Sometimes you could doubt him.
877-927-6969. Meaning that they bet against me and they lose. That's what I meant. You guys can call us. A lot on the table today. Do you believe in hall passes? I think that's such a ridiculous thing. It's like believing in a genie lamp that you can rub out, but I don't think so. Also, Pete Rose, does he belong in the Hall of Fame now that he passed away? Do you think people are going to say, let's put him in? Dom thinks he gets in. What, 2 years you said?
2 or 3 years, I think.
2 to 3 years. Is the Dolphins season over? Is it all done? Is it time that Dom says, definitely, yeah, Dolphins are done?
Pack it up.
Anyway, they make the playoffs or no?
I don't think so.
Somebody text 47142. I think Tua is too fragile to keep playing. He needs to take the hit on the money and retire. Let's see. Greek has signed more items than any other athlete in history. Only extremely rare items will go up in value. Let's see. What is P-Lone? That's coffee, right? I've had 2 full cups of P-Lone. I'm wound up. I'm going to grab my brother's toothbrush and clean the grout in the kitchen. I don't think he'd be very happy about that.
And you leave a note. I just cleaned the floor with this.
And then somebody else texted, like, how much do you think a Pete Rose betting slip is worth?
Yeah. Well, there's no betting slips. Like, that doesn't really exist. Like, when you bet for years with a bookie, you're on a phone. You know what I mean? Now, maybe a voice, if they had his voice taped, that'd be different. Like, if it was Pete Rose betting, on baseball and they taped it, maybe. Because when you used to call bookie joints years ago, they would tape it. So somebody does have the tapes of it. Because in case you said it was a different bet, they would play it back for you, the tapes. And you would hear your voice and obviously it'd be there. So there is tapes of him, but I don't think there's any betting slips where he wrote down a bet. But voice of him betting? Yeah, it's out there. And I'm sure it'd be worth a pretty penny. No doubt about it.
So a bookie would have to come forward then with those possibly?
Yeah, and if he's retired, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it would. I don't know. It's definitely out there because they taped you. Because anytime you had a conflict with betting, they would say, we'll listen back to the tape and we'll get back to you. Like somebody might be like, oh, I bet Tampa Bay, but they thought maybe they said Green Bay. So the bookie would tape it, and then they would play the tape, and then if you asked for a tape, they would they would not send it to you. You would listen to the phone. This is old school. So his voice is on something. Definitely is on something. I don't know what it's on, but it's definitely on something out there. And it probably would be worth money because you would hear him talking and everything like that. I don't know. That's an interesting question, though. It really is. But, yeah, today you got – and even if you got like a Hard Rock slip, you're just putting it in. If you bet at Hard Rock, they just give you a ticket right back.
There's no name on it, too.
No, there's no name on it. That's the other thing, too. That's like something I don't know if they're ever going to do where this way if you lose it, it can't be, finders keepers. because it could happen. On your phone, it's not because it's in your phone. It's in the system. But if you bet at the Hard Rock or any casino, you just have a ticket. I have a ticket on me now.
Lottery?
Yeah. Same thing. Lottery, same thing. There's been a couple of cases with the lottery where they went to the video and they found the picture of the person and, the person got awarded.
What do you mean?
For
purchasing it?
Yeah. And they had video of the person getting it and stuff like that, where other people claimed the ticket. Jason told the story yesterday. We talked about it, about that Ohtani baseball, where that kid got bullied and said that the older gentleman took the ball out of his hand. I want to see how that ends up in court.
Because there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, there is cameras everywhere. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the judge will say you split it. But the young kid saying he was strong-armed, if you don't know about this story, we talked a little bit about it yesterday. Jason brought it up. It was a young kid at the Marlins game. Ohtani hit his 50th home run. He caught it, and then somebody else pulled that out of his hand. The ball's supposed to be sold for $1 million in change, and these two are fighting in court. The kid is saying that he was bullied, and the ball was stolen from him, so he wants a ball back. I don't know how the judge is going to award that, but if there's actually a video, he might give it to him. He might be like, you know what, we're going to give it to the kid. Who do you think wins on that, Dom?
If there's video, I would go with the kid.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd probably get it. Now, like I said yesterday, if you're the older guy, don't you decide to make a deal?
Oh, yeah, just so you get possibly not an assault charge.
Yeah, that might be something there where you say, I don't want to go to jail for this ball. But it's supposedly bringing in over $1 million.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that was down at Marlins Stadium 2 weeks ago on a Sunday. And that was a very unique story with the young kid who was 18 and the older gentleman. But years ago, if you lost a ball in a crowd, you lost it. I mean, that was it.
But there wasn't video.
Yeah. But even if there is, I don't know if they're going to really award the guy the money.
Like, what if the kid is you see him pick it up and then all of a sudden he just gets hit?
That's different. Yeah, that's different. If he gets tackled and everything like that, just like the law we never knew. Franny told a story years ago when I tell somebody, they argue with me, then they look it up, where the woman pulled on a slot machine and it won and she got the money. She went to court.
But it wasn't her money. It wasn't her money. Like, the guy was like, hey, for good luck.
Yeah.
Here's a coin.
Yeah, will you do it? And she ended up getting the money.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that absolutely crazy?
That blew my mind, that story.
But it also makes you go, man, people suck. Like, that lady should have, she knew it wasn't her money, and she still went to court for this guy.
And she won.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, so, when you're at a slot machine or something like that, and somebody says, you want some good luck, be like, no, I don't need your good luck. I'd rather lose on my own. If I win, I got to give you half. But she sued him, and she won.
I'd be like, go away. If you want to give me the coin, go away.
Did you ever hear that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that ended up happening. Just like this kid. Like, you would think, I don't know, I'd have just went home and said, I had the ball in my hand, and I lost it. He lawyered up, and for a young kid, he listened to somebody, and he got an attorney, and now he's in court. Because you would think, somebody 18 years old might be like, hey, screw it, I lost it. You know what, my problem. I'm not going to get it, but we'll see what happens.
That's a lot to give up, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it definitely is. I give the kid credit for trying, to sue. A lot of people wouldn't do it. And to get it to stop the sale, because I think it would be different if those people got their money already. You know what I mean? Like, the guy already was awarded the money. So he acted quick to get an attorney and get into court.
Yep.
If you got an opinion on this, call us or text us at Real Radio 47142, or you could just call us 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Franny, I know you had a story about some food situations and what people are actually thinking and what are their favorite things they like doing.
Yeah, so when it comes to food situations, there are a few things here that we can talk about. Also, I really wanted to get into some thread that I thought was absolutely just mind-blowing when you always hear people saying, like, man, I'm just so attractive and this sucks. So I have that.
I'm so attractive and this sucks.
Sounds like the Greek.
It's a Reddit thread. Yeah.
That's not true.
It's so hard to be this attractive. But yeah, food situations. I think, G-Man, you're talking about the foodie cities is what we're talking about, Wallet Hub.
Yeah, that's a food situation.
Okay. I just didn't know how you were describing it. So yeah, Wallet Hub has, if you are a foodie like me, they have shared the best foodie cities in America for 2024 thus far. So, Americans today apply the term foodie to anyone who loves a gourmet dining, food culture, and it's not just limited to restaurants. I say when they looked at this too, they looked at restaurants, but they also looked at food trucks. They looked at food festivals too that were in certain cities, and basically just culinary hotspots. So to determine the best, and it wasn't just not even the most expensive. They said the best and cheapest foodie scenes. Wallet Hub compared more than 180 U.S. cities across 28 key indicators of foodie friendliness. So they said the data set ranged from the cost of groceries to the affordability and accessibility of high-quality restaurants to the number of food festivals per capita. And I was surprised. I want to say surprised, but not. I think I would have put another city on the top of the list, but Miami. Number one city.
Wow.
For foodies.
Way to beat 305.
We got a bunch in the top. Well, in the top 5 alone. I mean, they did, like I said, what did I say, 158 cities or 180. So Miami at number 1. San Francisco at number 2.
San Francisco treat.
Orlando at number 3.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Portland, Oregon at 4. And then Tampa at number 5. So 3 Florida cities.
Wow.
Made the top list for Wallet Hub. Then you have a couple more in Florida. You just got to go scroll down a little bit. Fort Lauderdale at number 19 made that list too.
Miami, number 1.
St. Pete at number 34. Yeah, there was a bunch in there. Yep. So if you are a foodie and they looked into it, and I know I am, Orlando just has so much to offer. It's such a big city.
Sure.
But you got like your generic touristy kind of restaurant spots, but then you have a lot of other like mom pop. But I can see Miami because even driving Brickell or Wynwood or Miami Beach, it's like restaurant.
Yep.
I was just gonna say. Could eat at a different restaurant every single day.
Yeah, for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Easy. And I was just going to say that. You can't go 2 feet without seeing a new restaurant in Miami. And they come and go, too, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, restaurants, don't have a good shelf life. One of the biggest ones down there for years is Prime 112. They've had a great run, whatever it is, 15.
Joe's, too.
Yeah, Joe Stone Crab, another one. I mean, those are 2 iconic restaurants that have been there. I would say Joe's, longer. I don't know when they opened up. I'm going to guess maybe, I don't even know, 40 years ago. But Prime 112, I'm thinking 20 years. They've had a great run, too, and they're still very busy. But yeah, before you know it, it'll be Stone Crab too. October 15th.
Yeah, is that when it is? Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it kicks off. Let us know what you think the best city is. Maybe you've experienced something or you went to someplace you said, yeah, no doubt about. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Couple things on topic, but you guys can always ask us anything else. Does Pete Rose get in the Hall of Fame after now he passed away yesterday at 83? Is the Dolphins season done? They totally just finished after 1 month. That's going to be brutal.
Got a couple of Pete Rose things, and then we also have a request. So 47142 started off with Real Radio. Says Pete Rose was the greatest to play the game, but has no one else to blame but himself for not being in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. He broke baseball's cardinal rule, plus MLB blamed him for Bart Giamatti's death. We have on there, too. You also have Pete Rose. Absolutely. Time to forgive with all the other BS that athletes do now. Greek, how would you verify the tape? AI can duplicate any voice now.
That's true.
That is true. Dominic asked me if there was a betting slip. And what I answered was there's no betting slips, but there was voices because when you would call a bookie, they would tape you. Because if you ever had a complaint or saying, hey, I didn't bet that way, they would pay back.
And then, Franny, can you ask Greek to tell Dom the story of when he was taking bets over the phone and he screwed up?
Oh, years ago this happened, and it was a big mess. I had to put in Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Great memory, by the way. This is going back like 20 years ago. And actually, I was at a bookie joint. I just stopped in to pick up some money or drop off money. I don't remember which. And they needed help with the phones. There was like 10 people there. So I jumped on a phone, and I just wrote Bay. Oh,
my God.
I just wrote Bay, and then the next day they're like, Greek, what was it, Tampa or Green Bay? I'm like, I don't know. Figure it out. I was doing you a favor. Shouldn't even have been there. Yeah, it was a great story, actually. I wrote down Bay every single time, and they had to go through the tapes. That's what it was. Sorry, big inconvenience for some wise guys who work 2 hours a day and make $100,000 a week. So they had to do it. I said, hey, I did you a favor. I was in the area. I mean, come on. So they had to play all the tapes back and listen because I wrote down numbers like, say, Dolphin 6 was his code. I wrote Bay 300. and all that. So yeah, it was unique. But again, I was doing fair. What do you want? 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Let us know if you have any opinions on the topics or if you guys want to bring up anything else. Is it okay to have a hall pass when you're dating? Do you believe it? Would you even bring it up? I guess that's early on in the conversation. It's early on in a relationship. You start talking about it. I never had that. Did you ever have that with anybody?
Nope.
Franny, did you have that with anybody? Where you said this is a hall pass?
No.
And is it different from a movie star to somebody you know?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
It can't be attainable.
A movie star, you never know.
That to me is just kind of fun or whatever. Like you do, like you in your head, you're like, I'm never gonna meet that person. But I feel like if that person is in your life or they are attainable, yes, it makes a huge difference.
Okay, just asking. I don't know the rules. I'm just asking. Hey, Matt Damon met his wife on Los Olas. She was a bartender years ago, or Fort Lauderdale. So you never know. I mean, crazy things happen. The big what you call it? What is the big soccer player's name?
Juan Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, yeah. His wife was a salesperson at Gucci in Bell Harbor, I believe, or Brickell. I think it was Bell Harbor, and she was a salesperson. That's where he met her. Whew, what a sale that was. Mm-hmm. Want to talk in, man. That is a cash cow, no doubt about it. That's a good situation. Yeah, so the past thing is just out the window. It doesn't really work. It's not true. If you ever had one, let us know. And if you survived a relationship, that's what I want to hear. That you had a field pass and you were able to do whatever you want to do and come back. And we're not talking open relationships. That doesn't count. That's thrown out. Saturday Night Live did have good ratings on Saturday. It came out 5.3 million, highest since 2020.
All right, so there was interest.
Yeah, there definitely was. There was a lot of hype with it. It really was over the last 3 months of summer. They were talking about it.
Yeah, but you were thinking maybe because of the host that a lot of people wouldn't tune in. But it's also 50 seasons too. So
yeah, hats off to them. I'm sure they're very happy. We have Brady Matthews on with us the other day, comedian. He auditioned years ago for that Saturday Night Live. Didn't get it. Pete Davidson beat him out. But he said he thought he had a great thing. He thought he crushed it, went home, felt good about it, but to no avail. It is so hard. There's so many people applying. You don't even realize how many people are trying to get those, whatever it is, 9, 11 spots every year. But he was actually somebody who went there, had the whole test, and, had the whole experience, which was great to hear about it. And the stones you have to be to get up there right away in front of all those people. I mean, that takes stones.
Oh, yeah.
It really does. And like I said, he thought he crushed it and he made it, but never got the call. And there's so many people like that every single day. It is the Penthouse on Real Radio. The keyword this hour is dollar. That is the keyword, dollar. So if you want to try to win $1,000, we just gave you a little tip. It's dollar. Keyword is back for you guys and a chance for you to win $1,000. Enjoy it, try it, and make it happen. This company likes to give money away. They really do. And when we do, they're happy.
Surprisingly.
We actually, way to fit in, Dom. We actually get acknowledgement from our bosses. Like, hey, you guys gave away $1,000.
Like, cool, can we have 1,000?
Yeah, can we have 50? $50. They should do one for employees, $50.
Yeah, but definitely make sure that you're tuning in for the keywords. And then it's also just a Tip Tuesday Instagram post. We have tickets to go see Thomas Rhett. That's happening at the I Think Financial Amphitheater next year. But we got those tickets for you now. If you want to go see country superstar Thomas Rhett, just go to our Instagram at Real Radio 921. You'll see the post and just follow all the instructions from there.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Greek Zone today. We'll be talking to another handicapper, and we'll talk about the Dolphins season. And, boy, there was a game in the NFL that a lot of people are bitching about with a safety. Dominic is going to bring that up. We'll talk about that. And if you had that team, you're probably not happy after you found out. It is the Greek, Dominic, and Francis. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
The countdown is on, and there won't be another presidential debate before the election, but there will be a vice presidential debate. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for the Democrats.
Kamala Harris is going to stand up and fight for your freedom.
And Ohio Senator J.D. Vance for the Republicans.
We're going to close down that border.
Two vice presidential hopefuls go one-on-one for the first and only time. Tonight at 9 Eastern, listen on iHeart's 24/7 News channel. Just open the free app and search Debate.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Our travel times up to speed along our Palm Beach expressways. Tuesday drive is looking good. No major delays on the Turnpike or 95. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, Zagreed from Monroe's and Palm Beach. Watch the game with beautiful girls every Monday night. All new game booths available. Whether your team wins or loses, you're a winner at Monroe's. Bottle packages all night long. Raffles and beer bucket specials during every live game. It's Monroe's and Palm Beach. Monday night, that's where you need to watch football. 7 days a week, Monroe's is open with the beautiful ladies and a 5-star restaurant. Get over to Monroe's today. They make a good night a great night at Monroe's Palm Beach. Peace.
Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season as Miami takes on New England. Great food and drink specials, including $3 Miller Lite drafts during all televised pro football games all season long. Plenty of Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lounge and Lanes, 929 14th Lane in Vero Beach. See you there.
Hey, it's a Greek for Trajan Wealth. You need a plan and you need goals for your retirement. And also when you're looking at your 401k. Another weekend of football, and when I do good, I usually have a plan and I have goals. That's what you need. Stop in their offices today in West Palm Beach. Sit down with one of the staff Jeff Jr. has, and you will figure out a plan for your goals so you can reach your retirement and enjoy yourself. You worked hard your whole life, and maybe when you worked, you didn't think about retiring, but every day at 5 o'clock, you get a little closer. And that's where Trajan Wealth can help you. Call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Remember, when you got a plan, it's easier for you to hit your goals. Call Trajan Wealth today. 561-390-1000. That's 561-390-1000. Peace.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This hurricane season is predicted to be extreme. Your house is your castle. Don't wait. Call Castle Impact Windows, a folding shutter corporation division today for a free estimate. 561-683-4811. High quality made in-house castleimpactwindows.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Have you heard you can listen to your favorite news podcasts ad-free? Good news! With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts included with your Prime membership. Enjoy shows like The Daily, Up First, and Consider This, available ad-free on Amazon Music. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free or go to amazon.com/ad-free. That's amazon.com/ad-free to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. As the leader in identity theft protection, LifeLock reminds you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cyber criminals. Updating your passwords is only one way to help protect yourself. For comprehensive identity theft protection, you need LifeLock. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes issues that arise. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures today in the low 90s across the area, a few degrees above where we expect them to be this time of year. We're also tracking the chance for some isolated showers. Overall, for that shower coverage, we're looking inland and also in the northern part of the area. This pattern continues tomorrow. Things change towards the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
I'm Carrie Champion, and this is Season 4 of Naked Sports. Up first, I explore the making of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese.
Every great player needs a foil.
People are talking about women's basketball just because of one single game. I just come here to play basketball every single day.
Clark and Reese have changed the way we consume women's sports. Listen to The Making of a Rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search The Making of a Rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, and start listening.
The Greek Trifecta is sponsored by the Crazy Horse Saloon.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for always tuning in. Don't forget, you got a keyword starting up, $1,000, and your chance to win $1,000. And that keyword this hour is dollar. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
Hey.
It was a good hello. You sound a little jacked up there. I liked it. Yeah. Time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek Trifecta.
All right, there's two undefeated teams in football left, and that is the Minnesota Vikings, who play the Jets this week, and the Chiefs, who take on the Saints Monday night. Everybody else has at least one loss. Our Miami Dolphins, unfortunately, have 3 losses. We're 1-3. We got spanked last night by a backup quarterback who didn't even practice all week. Came off the bench and helped the Titans win, smacking down the Dolphins 31-12. The other bad thing was that they scored late in the game and the end went over. I know a lot of money was on the under last night and the Dolphins-Titans game. Not a good situation for the Dolphins. Let's see if they bounce back this week as they take on the Patriots. We'll see who ends up winning that game. Pete Rose passed away yesterday, 83 years old, legend in baseball for years, arguably one of the best baseball players ever in the last 100 years. His issue was off the field when he was managing and him betting. He was caught gambling. He said for years he didn't. Then he said, okay, I did. Baseball banned him for life, and they never let him back in. Some people are speculating maybe now, 5 years down the road or 3 years down the road, they'll let him back in. I don't know if they will. I just don't know. Maybe 10 years, maybe. And it depends how sports betting gets, because I think it gets bigger and bigger. A lot of people always bring that up. Well, now you can bet on it. But at the time he was betting, you couldn't. So he still broke the law, and he still broke a rule. You have to remember that. But Pete Rose passes 17 times. He was an all-star, 5 different positions. That's never going to be done, I can tell you that. Longest batting streak next to Joe DiMaggio, 44 games, 3-time World Series champ, and 1-time MVP the whole league. So just an unbelievable career. Pete Rose, R.I.P., rest there, number 14, and some great, great things you brought to everybody with great memories on the field. No doubt about it. Off the field, not so much. But on the diamond, you were definitely one of the brightest stars ever. The 49ers running back, Christian McCaffrey, he has some serious problems right now. He's has some tendonitis in both of his legs, and they're talking about him being out for a long time, maybe for the season. That is bad for the 49ers. Really is. Baseball playoffs start today, and they start at 1 o'clock. Before you know it, first game is going on. It'll be the Astros taking on Detroit. Man, the Tigers came out of nowhere, finishing an unbelievable September to qualify for the playoffs. And the Mets are in the playoffs, too. Hats off to the Mets. All they had to do was split a game yesterday, and they did. Greece Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Delray Beach. You can call us at 877-927-6969. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. A lot on the table, but you guys can jump in on all.
47142 says, Greek said the keyword was dollar. It's not working. Can you see what the correct word is, please? That's from Rob. Will you check to see?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Hopefully I'm not wrong.
Okay.
No, I believe that was it.
All right, so try again, dollar. Enter it, realradio921.com. There should be a pop-up right there for you where you can enter the keyword. Then we have, not to knock the U.S., but street food in Bangkok is fantastic, and there's so many choices and super inexpensive. So thank you for that. So if you ever end up in Bangkok, you know that they're going to have delicious street food.
Bangkok. Yeah, give me some street food. You never know. I mean, if the guy says it's good, you take it a shot.
Yeah, you're probably eating a cat.
It's inexpensive. You might meow for a couple of days, but you might feel okay. You want to get on the plane, everybody talks, you're like, meow. Like, what the hell's going on?
So they have come out with this list of what the highest paying jobs that don't require a degree are. And we've mentioned lists like this before, but this is the latest one that came out, and the source came from parade.com. But for, high paying jobs aren't just for those who have college degrees. So if you have opted to pass on higher education, could be because of cost or whatever it is, these are some high paying jobs that they came up with. And they came up with 30 of them, but I'll give you a few here.
Is radio not on the list at all?
It's not on the list.
Yeah.
It's not. Nope. Not in the 30 highest paying jobs. At number 6, flight attendant. They said that you can earn somewhere between $72,000 and $102,000.
Not bad.
72.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 102.
You got to like to fly, though.
And you got, well, of course. And probably the perks, too, right? That come with it.
Yeah, your family gets to fly for free. You get to bounce
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, flight attendant. An executive assistant. The average is around $70,000, they say there, for an executive assistant. If you like the restaurant industry, but you do put in a lot of hours being a restaurant manager, they say that's $58K plus being a restaurant manager. An insurance appraiser, the average pay is between $66,000 and $75,000. Then, of course, put in the effort and work with this, but a real estate agent. The higher the commitment level, obviously, the higher pay you got to it. And then at number 1 that they have on here, an air traffic controller.
Ooh, that's such a tough job.
It says a median reported salary, over $127,000.
The stress, though. Man, if you have a bad day, those planes, ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, dentists, lawyers, nurses, we all know those are high-paying jobs, but those all require college degrees. However,
Fans only.
all these you don't. OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. You don't need a college degree. You just need something a little bit freaky meeky and get out there and show your ass. You don't need college degree for that. And that is a job. It's
a high-paying job for some people.
Yes,
a very, very high-paying job.
But even like court reporters on here on the list, I think I was at number 9, make over $63K. Plumbers are on the list. That they say that they make an hourly wage for plumbers around $30 an hour.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Commercial pilot made the list too. So they said around 6 figures. That's how much commercial pilots typically make. But yeah, there was a bunch on here.
If you guys have any you want to add, call us at 877-927-6969. Baseball is starting the playoffs today. So if you're excited about your baseball team, Yankees are in it and the Mets. Our Marlins were out of it a little while ago. Marlins were not in it. Could be worse. Could be the White Sox. They lost 121 games, the worst ever. So at least the Marlins didn't finish there. That's what we got to look at. And we are now the home of the Florida Panthers on Real Radio. So you'll be hearing the Panthers all season long. The champs. We had them last year just for the playoffs. We're the reason they won, though. It was because of us. And now they're back. Now they're so happy they came back on with us. And it seemed like only yesterday they were drinking beer out of the cup in Fort Lauderdale at the Elbow Room. It does. I mean, it was like June. And man, all of a sudden you blink and it's right here, which is crazy. I don't know if they can repeat or not. It's going to be very tough in any professional level to repeat. But we're going to hope for the best. And hopefully they can.
And they were in the finals the year before, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah,
they lost.
Yeah, they lost to Las Vegas.
That's 3 times a road they'd have to make it then.
Yeah, if they made it this year, right? 3 times a road, they'd be at the Stanley Cup. You're right, 100%. Yeah. They lost to Vegas 2 years ago.
I think you were the bad luck because you touched the cup that year.
Yeah, you think so?
When I was here.
You can kiss it.
Did he touch the cup?
I think so.
Yeah, we put all that on Jason from Mornings on the Gator because I think he did too. I think he may have kissed the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't kiss it.
And
I
did. We thought we thought we were going to get it this year. We didn't, but we said like if it does happen to come through our building again, once again, do not touch it.
I know locally it was at a restaurant last weekend. It's still popping around. I know it was at a restaurant last weekend. I think in Fort Lauderdale. I think Louis Bossi had it. But people definitely are, to see it, it's cool, obviously, and to take pictures with it and stuff like that. Remember they were swimming in the ocean with it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That hurt if you ever got hit with that. Imagine swimming and not realizing, bang, right into it.
Oh, the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, who the hell put that in there? The drinking that they do in there, which is crazy for years, all the different teams. So hats off to the Panthers. Hopefully they can have another good, successful season. I don't know if they'll win it all, but we hope they have a good season. But you can hear them on Real Radio all season long.
So I told you guys I teased this early, and we'll go through this, but it is really, really ridiculous. There is people, it's an absurd section of Reddit called Hot People, and they talk about the burdens of being so attractive.
Greek.
And so, yeah, we really agree. Do you have anything you want to add to this list?
No.
The burdens of being so attractive. So, yes, and ridiculous stories. We'll talk a little bit about this. And it's not easy being a hottie, according to them. Don't take our word. Just listen to how burdened by an overabundance of attractiveness. So here are just a few of the, quote, horrible experiences, quote unquote, they say their looks have subjected them to. One woman writes, apparently, I want everyone's husband. Because she's so attractive, people think that she automatically is going to snatch and steal everybody's husband.
If she's, doesn't say if she's single. That's a big part of it, too. Because if she's not single, you wouldn't think, you know what I mean? Because you always hear that about people who are single as opposed to people who are maybe in a relationship.
Yep.
Because, like, say you're at a party or a restaurant, some girl or guy's talking to somebody. If they're in a relationship, you just think, all right, well, they're just friends.
Yep. So let's see. The burdens of being so attractive. I've been accused of flirting when I'm literally just doing my job.
That's true.
They said people who think they might have a shot if they can get your self-esteem low enough. What? People pretending to be friends just so they can be seen with me.
Oh, wow.
The burdens of being so attractive. We have here, your appearance seems to make your friends feel insecure about themselves. People assume that I'm vain, which isn't true. Also, people assume I'm dumb just because I'm pretty. Says, I didn't have to work for all that I've achieved, and it was just handed to me because of my looks. Oh, the burdens of being attractive. Yes, doesn't that sound terrible? We have on here, having stalkers.
Oh, it's brutal.
I have genuine stalkers. This is a dude. Said in university, a girl in my class was obsessed with me to the point where it was genuinely very unsettling.
That was you, though. You wrote it. Oh. At the radio station. People are obsessed with me.
This is Reddit thread. From attractive people, sometimes people think I'm stuck up when actually I'm shy with social anxiety.
That's right.
And an unfortunate resting bitch face.
Yes. I'm shy. I'm just quiet. Leave me alone.
Somebody, this is the burdens of being so attractive. Unwanted advances and unwanted gifts. And if I refuse, people then think I'm a snob. If there's anything else you want to add to this list, do it. 47142. Start it off with Real Radio. This is a Reddit thread.
I think people sometimes think your life's perfect. You know, everything goes your way. It's just a great life. And you have problems no matter what you look like or who you are in life. And that is the true thing. And again, about being attractive, you only need one person to think you're attractive, that you actually think is attractive also, and you got it.
There you go.
You don't need the world to tell you that. You just need one person to say to you, I'm home, hon. And she's like, good. That's it. You don't need a whole stack of people. If you have any other things that you want to add to that list, we always want you guys to get involved and to talk to us about it. You can text us or you can call us. Dom, anything else you can add to that list?
No, Greek. What about you?
What can I add to that list? I'm trying to think.
You might have more experience there.
Again, you just think that your life's perfect. There's no problems. There's no issues. And you do have them. Everybody has problems. Everybody has issues. And maybe they're not real problems. They're inconveniences. You know what I mean? But a real problem is, God forbid, if you're sick. That's a real problem. My dad always said that. And you know what? There's somebody on a hospital bed begging for a day, so get out there and enjoy life today. One of his lines. But I agree with that. I mean, those are all inconveniences that we have. But yeah, let us know what you think about this. Also, Pete Rose, now that he passed away, is he going to get into the Hall of Fame? Do you think they're going to say, okay, we'll let him in? And maybe they will. Maybe the reason they kept him out is because they didn't want him to actually witness it. That would be brutal if he did get in this year. You know what I mean? Like it was
right after.
Yeah, right after. They're like, all right, we'll put him in now because he's not around. That would suck if they did that. I don't know. I don't think so. Like I've said, I'm going to go with my first thought of 5 to 10 years down the road that he's going to get in.
47142 started off with Real Radio, high-paying jobs. I heard the bull sperm collecting pays pretty well.
The what?
Bull sperm collecting.
Oh, okay, bull sperm collecting.
They said the downside is the bull follows you around. So,
no.
Then we have Franny. My son got into the marine industry. He did 2.5 years training, got his certification as needed, opened his own business, and charges $135 an hour, not to mention material markups.
That's good.
There you go. Yes, making good money in the marine industry. And then, thank you, Sarah. Girl Sarah B said the word dollar does work. It worked for her, too.
Thank you, Sarah. Way to be.
So keep on trying, because that is our keyword, red zone revenue, to score $1,000 for the 12 o'clock hour.
Sarah, do you think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame? See what Sarah has to say about it.
Call in.
Give us a call. Let us know. Yeah, that is going to be something people are going to talk about for the next couple of days, and then it'll pass away. Pete Rose, if you didn't hear, passed away last night. I believe in Las Vegas. He was 83 years old, and he was just out on Sunday at Nashville with a lot of the ex-Reds from the championship teams. He was with Tony Perez, Concepcion, George Foster. They were all together on Sunday, and then on Monday, I guess he came home Monday morning, had a heart attack in the afternoon. Don, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We have Mike.
Mike, what's happening?
Hey, good afternoon, Penthouse. I want to make a comment about Tua, but first I needed to thank Franny for saving me some money. Normally, when I talk to a girl with a voice like hers, it costs me $2.99 a minute.
$2.99 a minute. Wow, that's a lot.
I should actually take this day to do that. Start charging for some sex phone operating.
Yeah. With Tua, you know, the guy, he's got a lot of heart, no doubt, and I know his numbers are great, but I just feel like we're in a holding pattern. Even if he comes back and finishes even this season, it's like everybody's just waiting for the next concussion to happen. You know, I mean, I really wish it did work with him, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to. It just doesn't seem to be in the cards. And you know, we've got all the tools in place. We just need somebody to throw the ball. You know, and I wish we could maybe focus on the next step, but that's just my opinion.
I think you have an opinion that a lot of people have. Unfortunately, the Dolphins made some bad mistakes this offseason with a couple guys, and they're locked into it right now financially. And it seems indications, he hasn't said anything, but indications are he wants to come back. He was on the sidelines last night. He was traveling to him last week. So I think he wants to come back. I think the Dolphins have committed to this team of Greer, and McDaniel and Tua, and they're going to let it ride out. Unfortunately for fans, I don't think it's going to be a good season this year, and I think people do say the same thing you just said. He comes back, it's okay, but when is he going to get hurt again after getting hurt like he did?
I don't think anybody can doubt the guy's got heart.
Yeah,
and he's definitely committed to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You said you saw him, and solid guy and everything.
Very nice.
It just, I don't know. I really do wish it had worked out. It just doesn't seem like it's going to, though. So. Well,
I mean, in life, a lot of these teams, too, they cut bait. I mean, the 49ers did it a couple of years ago. They drafted Lance. They lost four first-round picks, and they got rid of them, and they moved on because we are going to be in a holding pattern. It's going to be a great story if they ever win, but I don't see them winning anytime soon. And I think motivationally for them, it's going to be a long, drawn-out season that's going to carry into next season because it's only in September and already you're out of it.
Yeah. Well, I think you may have been onto something earlier when you were saying, for the Florida teams, except for Tampa Bay, who's showing some life,
mm-hmm.
The Panthers are our only real light right now.
Yep.
Maybe we could convince a couple of them to put the pads on.
You never know. You know what? They're in great shape, obviously, and they're professionals. Maybe they can do it. We need a quarterback. There's no doubt about it. You don't want to come back in week 8 and we're 1-7. But we got a game this week, New England. But last night was so bad because it was, Monday Night Football, and we lost to a backup quarterback. Rudolph doesn't even play. I mean, he doesn't even get reps during the week. He came in off the bench and did enough to win, which is a bad sign for the Dolphins defense and for the Dolphins as an organization.
Hey, don't forget, New England was able to put together enough of a team to beat Burrows and the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like I don't think there's going to be the cakewalk everybody thinks. But
no way.
About last night, too.
Yeah, no, everybody thought that last night Dolphins were favored. I wouldn't put the Dolphins favored against Boca High right now. Not with that lineup. I just wouldn't.
I went Dolphins in the over, thinking maybe they're going to come out, somebody's going to come out slinging the ball, and it went the absolute opposite way. But
it went over the last touchdown.
Yeah, I know. Anyhow, okay, guys, appreciate it.
Thank you for calling. We always appreciate it. Keyword this hour is dollar. If you want to try to win that $1,000, don't forget it.
Only got a few more minutes to do it.
Yeah, so make sure you guys can get involved and download it and get that keyword, which is dollar. Who doesn't want $1,000?
And then coming up, 1 o'clock hour in the beginning, you'll get another keyword for Red Zone revenue, and then you do the same thing. You take that new keyword and enter it realradio921.com.
It is awesome. You guys make it happen. Every day we appreciate you guys. On Instagram, you got a chance to win tickets to a country concert. That's awesome.
It's Thomas Rhett.
Thomas Rhett. That's obviously a big show, and you guys can make it happen and go. It is the Greek, Dominic, and Francis. We're going to come back in a few minutes with some Florida stories and so much more. We'll be back. Peace.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some new jerseys, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it. It's yours. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio. Red Zone Revenue is sponsored by Steinger, Green & Finer.
Insurance companies don't make it easy when you've been injured in a car accident. Steinger, Green & Finer, we fight hard so you win. Call us now.
800-561-1111. 800-561-1111.
Offices West Palm in Miami.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Our travel times up to speed along our Palm Beach expressways. Tuesday drive is looking good. No major delays on the Turnpike or 95. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the day of the big sale at your gift shop.
Welcome in.
So this isn't just a big day for your business. It's a big day for the network keeping it all connected. That is, if it can handle the pressure.
Next in line, please.
So is it possible to get business internet you can really count on? It is. With 99.9% network reliability from Comcast Business. It's like this neat little bow.
Do you like that gift wrap?
Really ties it all together. Reliable internet for your business. It's not just possible. It's happening. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Switch to Comcast Business and get started with reliable internet and advanced security for $69 a month for 24 months with a 2-year contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 10/27/24. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New 300 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. As the leader in identity theft protection, LifeLock reminds you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cyber criminals. Updating your passwords is only one way to help protect yourself. For comprehensive identity theft protection, you need LifeLock. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes issues that arise. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures today in the low 90s across the area, a few degrees above where we expect them to be this time of year. We're also tracking the chance for some isolated showers. Overall, for that shower coverage, we're looking inland and also in the northern part of the area. This pattern continues tomorrow. Things change towards the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your password security with Norton 360. Weak passwords can be targets. That's why Password Manager is included in Norton 360 to help keep you safe. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at realradio921.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the last hour of The Penthouse, and it always sucks when you're checking out of The Penthouse because you're like, man, when am I going to come back here again and enjoy it? Tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock, you're going to do it. Woo! Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Dom, how long have you had your beard?
Couple weeks, this one.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, when I went to Vegas, that's the last time I probably shaved.
Oh, all right. What is the reviews with your beard with the ladies, up or down?
Yeah, they usually dig it.
All right, cool. Franny's in the house.
Hey, what's up?
And I am the Greek, and we're going to get into some Florida stories. And the keyword this hour is grand. Correct? Yes, it is. Don't check. It's grand. I just heard Rover.
Yes, I believe you're right.
It's grand.
It is.
Thank you. Time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
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 Did you say
Florida.
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, well, thanks for the heads up from Dom. He sent me a story about something that just happened. Let's see, this was at the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa. They said it had to be evacuated after 2 explosives were found hidden on the property. They said they were taken off the premises and deactivated just before midnight. This happened Sunday, I guess. There we go, Sunday night. They said the first crude concealed device with firework components was found in a men's room near to the casinos. The device was quickly deactivated with cooperation and support from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office bomb disposal team. They said part of the casino was immediately evacuated and then reopened around 3 in the morning. The devices were deactivated and removed. A second hidden bomb was found in a men's room in the casino's mezzanine area just after noon on Monday. So once again, Hillsborough County Sheriff Bomb Disposal Team assisted in deactivating and removing the second device in addition to evacuating the mezzanine area once again. This is going to be part of an ongoing investigation. The Seminole Police Department stated it was collaborating with the FBI and going to go back and examine all kinds of CCTV footage because you know that there are cameras all over that place. All over that place. Then next up, in your What the Florida, we have a very scary situation that happened to a woman. She said she left her house for a second, and then this 26-year-old naked dude goes into her apartment.
Wasn't me.
No, she said when she came back.
Are you 26 or older?
No, I'm older.
Yeah, this guy, his name is Robert Landis Benya. And she said when she came back into her house, there he was, all naked and stuff, just hanging out there. And she said that that the dark self-proclaimed, he called himself Satan. That's what he said. He said he was a devil. And this weirdo didn't stop there. They said that he jumped on her, started saying insane stuff like how it was her last day on planet Earth.
That sucks.
Calling her a pedophile and telling her she had to die, which is absolutely terrifying, all of it. And then they said that she tried to make a run for it. He grabbed her by dragging her by her hair back into the inside of the house. Then from there, the insanity kept on going. She said that the guy then claimed to be her husband and even took her man's underwear because the man wasn't home, but she lived there. The poor girl started yelling for help, telling neighbors to call the cops because there's a naked psycho in her house yelling crazy stuff. He was still yelling that he was Satan once the police did show up, swearing that he was married to the victim and that she was some kind of guardian angel. Like, what kind of drugs is this dude on? And said he really committed to this whole role. And this woman is like telling the cops, I don't know who this guy is. This guy is not my husband. So weird enough, I don't know if the cops called his mom because he's 26. Why would you call his mom? Or if he did.
Maybe he lived home with her.
Maybe he but I don't know. But how did she know to show up there? It doesn't give you the details on that. But his mom ends up showing up, begging the woman not to press charges. The woman's sobbing. She's on the floor pleading for her son. And the victim said, I felt for her. But she was like, no. Like she insisted, I would have died. And she was like, and I feel like justice needed to happen. So now he is facing charges of burglary with assault or battery. And she has got an absolutely insane story to tell.
He's not playing with full deck, obviously.
No.
Got to get him off the streets and get him the help he needs.
And then a woman who was driving erratically actually started acting very erratically. 5:15 in the morning, FHP said it was on I-4. They noticed Tyshira Williams. She was in westbound lanes on I-4, and they said that she was impaired, lost control of her car, collided with a barrier wall. That's when FHP troopers, after they arrived, they determined that she should be arrested. They said that she had to be physically restrained because she was acting all nutty. And as she was being restrained, she thought it was a good idea to grab the troopers by his genitals and bite his leg.
And bite his leg, too.
Yes, she bit his leg, grabbed his genitals, yes. She was charged with resisting arrest with violence and a DUI. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. And nice assistance on that one by Dominic, dropping in some knowledge.
You're welcome.
877-927-6969. Mind me to talk to you later about your beard.
What's going on?
I don't know.
He knows. You can always check us out on the camera if you like the way we sound. You'll love the way we look.
I feel like there's like an inside story I don't know about.
No. Jason Weiser, always the sponsor of our in-camera. You go to our website, go to Real TV, see Francis, see Dom, and see myself. Dom is a new addition to the Penthouse. The Penthouse is still the Penthouse, but with a new toy. Dom is our new toy. He has stepped in. Jimmy is no longer with the show, but he's still with the company. But Dom has been doing a bang-up job for 3 weeks, about 2.5 weeks. So how have you adjusted to all this and your new job and stuff when you wake up in the morning? Is it something that excites you, or you're like, oh, God, I got to work with Greek? I mean, how do you feel in the morning?
It's all right. I wake up and then we go with the flow. You never know how it's going to be with you.
Thanks a lot. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'll take it. Whether or not it is, we'll see. But again, Dom's new to the show, and he's doing a very good job. Some people say he sucks, but it's all tongue-in-cheek, and it's not true at all. We had a lot of things on the board today. Hall passes, do you believe in them? I don't. I don't think they're true at all. I don't think anybody's going to give you a hall pass for cheating. We also had this story where the gentleman was his wife who cheated on him, I believe, right, in the story? Mm-hmm. His wife cheated on him, and she gave him a hall pass. But now he's met somebody that he actually likes, and that's a little different than a hall pass. That's where, you like somebody.
He's basically already cheating.
Yeah.
It just hasn't had sex with her.
They just need to end it.
Yeah. It just hasn't had sex with her, but he's meeting her out for coffee dates and stuff. So
yeah, I think anything you do without telling your spouse is not a good thing because you're keeping something from him. But, in your mind, you might just put a little Dakota ring on it and say, it's not that bad. I'm doing what I got to do. Also, Pete Rose is gone. He left us yesterday. His last at-bat was yesterday. He was 83 years old. Do you think he's going to get in the Hall of Fame now after all this drama? I don't think so. Maybe 5 years down the road or 10, but I don't think now. And the Miami Dolphins, is their season over?
We have a question. Pete Rose, I can't call. I'm at work. My opinion on this would depend on the answer to this question. Did Pete Rose set any records? And if so, have those records been broken yet?
Did he set any records? He set 1 million records.
That's what you have. Sarah doesn't know, so she's asking a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know it was Sarah.
Well, it doesn't matter who it is, but
yeah,
they're
and P.
asking a
Rose
question.
is
They don't obviously know the answer.
Yeah, he's done many, many records, and I don't know which records he has that have been broken, but many of them are not broken. They stand today. Longest batting streak next to Joe DiMaggio, 44 games. 3-time World Series champ, MVP.
It says here he's still the all-time MLB hits leader with 4,256.
Which is unbelievable.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had a great career. I mean, he really did. After his career, like I said, then he was a manager of Reds, and that's when he got caught betting and everything got all sideways and everything like that. I still believe he'd be in the Hall of Fame. I've said it many times over the years if he handled things different. And it was a little humble. If he was a little humble, then I think that they might be like, all right, you know what? He made a mistake. And let's put him back in the Hall of Fame.
You said he denied it at first, right?
Yes. For years he denied it. And then what he would do, too, to piss them off more, baseball, was when the Hall of Fame had their weekend every year, he would rent a store and, like, spray paint a little box. It said Pete Rose with an arrow, and he would sign autographs. And there used to be, like, a long line. And that didn't help them either. I mean, they got pissed about that. Just certain things he did. And he didn't he didn't hide the fact that he liked to gamble. I mean, there was other players in football in the 60s who got caught betting Paul Hornung. And, he stayed away from the tracks and everything. And then a couple of years later went in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose just didn't play ball. He just didn't care. He was Pete Rose. If you like me, good. If not, he did that funny ad years ago. I don't know, 5 years ago for Skechers. He said, I'm in the hall. And they showed him in the hallway walking. That was fun. And again, he does have a tie to our area because he had his restaurant there right down here real close. I knew a lot of people in the area. I know somebody who was very friendly with Pete Rose at the cigar bar and was pretty upset last night when he found out, but knew Pete very well and spoke very highly of him. So again, it's like anybody else. Some people are going to say somebody's cool. Some people are going to say no. It's your interaction with them. Taylor Swift has not been to a couple of games for the Chiefs, and everybody's wondering, is there trouble in paradise? But they say no, it's just a schedule conflict. And everything's okay with her and Travis. They're doing okay. There is no problems. But people are asking. The last 2 weeks, she has not been at the games. Chiefs are undefeated. I don't think they really care. But they are saying that, you know what? There's no problems. It's just a schedule issue, and things like that happen. And I can't believe fans actually do think that and are concerned about something like that. Because most people in the beginning were like, it's too much Taylor Swift, too much Taylor Swift. Now I think the NFL...
And now that she's not there, they're like, where is she?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
We need her.
Yeah. I don't know if they say they need her. They're just wondering where she is.
Man, did you see Antonio Brown's latest tweet that he put out there?
Oh, he's just got to... Yeah. What is he saying now?
So he's on himself in the crosshairs of the masses this time because he kind of was dragging Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They said that he made a post... this was Sunday afternoon as the Chiefs were playing the Chargers. And it was an 8-word text. That's it. So all it said was, Travis Kelce needs some black, and he said the 5-letter word.
Oh, wow.
Bro washed. That's what he said.
Because Kelsey's
basically implying that if he would play better if he dumped Taylor Swift for a black woman while using some kind of pretty offensive language in the process.
Wow.
It's
Antonio Brown not coming back to the NFL anytime soon.
He loves to get his name out there like that, though. But yeah, he's calling him washed up, basically saying he needs to dump Taylor.
Do you think he'll make the Hall of Fame?
Antonio Brown? He had 7 unbelievable years. I mean, record years, 100 catches every year. He could, based on his numbers. If he's out, it's because he pisses people off and does stuff like he did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, he had great years. He had 7 unbelievable years. He really did. Went to a small school, not like a big Division I. It was Division I, but he wasn't like USC, UCLA. But, yeah, he had 7 great. It's a shame because I really do think that – I still think he can play today at the level that he played. I mean, he was just unbelievable, even when he played for Tampa that one year. But he gets so sidetracked, and he's got some issues. I don't know if he's going through anything, that maybe might be wrong with him, physically, mentally. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I think that was a bad tweet or text he put out there because the Chiefs are looking for receivers right now. They really are, and they're speculating like that. But those 7 years he put together, I don't think you'll see anybody put those kind of numbers up consistently. Will he get in? It's going to be tough. He's got to change his whole demeanor and how important that is to him. For somebody who's in the Hall of Fame in all three sports, there's a lot of doors that open when you get that gold jacket where you can go around and speak or sign autographs or stuff like that. And he's a guy I tend to think that might have some money issues down the road, just guessing, the way he is now, that you would think maybe, his agent or somebody be like, hey, man, let's clean this up a little. We can earn some money. You got another 40, 50 years maybe. Who knows?
He's got the image, or he's got the stats, but his public image is just not there.
No, it's terrible. But see, when you talk about Hall of Fame, it's supposed to be where you're basing it just on the field, and it's not. And that's just like every day in life. And that's why when we talk about sports, I try to always relate it to your job. Because, just like a job, somebody may just not base it on how you do, but their feelings about you. Maybe a promotion, maybe a raise, maybe a bonus. And a lot of times people say they don't, but they do. Once you know somebody, your feelings get involved. If you have a jealousy for them or you just don't think they're cool, whatever it is. When Antonio Brown, number-wise, yes, his attitude sucks. He makes it hard to like him. And he went after Brady. I mean, you don't go after the guy. Yeah, I mean, Brady moved him in, and then he went after Brady. You said Brady sucked. I mean, you don't do that. Yeah, I think that I don't think he'll not get in for a little while. But he had a great career. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. He's got a couple rings, obviously. He's got one with Tampa. I believe he's got 2 at Pittsburgh. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I think 1. I think he had 1 with Pittsburgh. But, yeah, you got to watch what you say, especially in today's times with social media and you put stuff out and, people don't, they go back to it all the time. They look at your tweets and everything like that. I don't think that's something that people realize, especially young kids today. When you put something out on social media, you 17, 16, 15, 18, it comes back to haunt you. I mean, it really could, especially if you're pissed at somebody or something like that. Even when you text, you really should think about what you're saying to somebody. And if you're drunk, don't text. I mean, but, people screenshot those, save them, and whoop, there you go. And that's not a good thing. That's why you should always put the word K for cool. See, I got you. Don't worry about it. Dominic laughing. I got 1 more hour left in the Greek zone, but I don't think I will put on the long pants. I think I'm going to keep with my little Santa towel today.
You can see it on Real Radio's Instagram right now.
I had it reversed. I didn't have the red out because I didn't want to push the holidays.
Someone was asking who's under the blanket.
That's funny.
I appreciate the kind words from our audience all the time. You guys are definitely the best. Elections coming up this month. Next month, excuse me. And I know Florida's got a couple big things on there. And I know we're voting for marijuana to be recreational, correct?
Yep. Yes on 3.
Yes on 3. And that is a big topic for a lot of people.
Can't get away from those ads.
No. I was just going to say, you cannot get away from those ads. They are all over the place. And Las Vegas, when you were in Vegas recently, did you feel like, because my buddy was just in Vegas, and he said that he smelled it a lot. Did you at all? Marijuana smell? Or not really?
No, not really.
Yeah.
You do see walking down the strip, people smoking, but it's not, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's New York bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I heard New York City's bad.
Yeah.
You go to Times Square and you walk down Times Square, it's bad there.
Well, they said it's destroyed restaurants outside. That's what's really hurt, because in New York's restaurants, a lot of them have sidewalk seating because there are not a lot of restaurants are big inside. But a lot of people that I know who've been out there just said the restaurant scene that kills it. It just does.
And Vegas has places where you could actually go legally smoke compared to New York.
Oh, really?
They do?
Mm-hmm. They have lounges.
Like little cafes and stuff?
Cool. Okay. Were you in any of them?
Yep. I went to one when I was past there.
Was it cool?
Oh, yeah. It was very cool.
Did they charge you?
They just charge you whatever you consume there.
All right. There's not a fee to walk in?
No. There was if you went for UFC at night for the event.
Okay, so it's like a bar, like a weed bar?
Yep, and they had Sunday football and all that. It was pretty cool. College football on.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Do you remember?
Days Consumption.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
How'd you find out about that? Just, Googling it or somebody put it?
They're part of one of the biggest dispensaries right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's right next to Spearmint Rhino and those Sapphire.
Oh, my God. It's perfect for you. Oh, my God.
It's like the world's largest dispensary it's attached to.
Oh, really?
It's like a Walmart, the size of the thing.
It's that big?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I think it had 75 cash registers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Oh,
yeah,
my.
It's huge.
75?
Yeah.
God, that's like the Masters the week of the thing. My God, 75. And they were occupied? Like there were 75 clerks there?
Yeah.
Oh,
they're ready to go. 24/7 open.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is unbelievable. 75 clerks around the clock taking money for Babanya. Wow, that is unbelievable. You can't beat Vegas now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So back to the question, you didn't really pick up on anything? You didn't really pick up on any kind of set, like when you were out and about walking?
No, not that bad.
Now, was it because you were blown out too, or no?
No.
It's to smell it, even if you're blown out.
That is funny. We'll see what happens here. Do you think it's going to pass in Florida?
I think so.
You do? Freddie, what do you think? Yay?
I think so.
Florida's a big state. I mean, it really is.
I hope they don't attach some, shady stuff to it or whatever.
You hope they don't attach what?
Sometimes they like to attach little things to it that, you might not agree on.
Oh, okay.
With the amendments.
All right. Well, then you got to read up on that. I mean, before you vote.
Yep.
Your knowledge is power. Before you put
That's
yes,
true.
You should know what you're voting for. Just don't go in there willy-nilly and go, shroom. I mean, figure out the meter situation.
And when you watch the ads and stuff like that, the political ads for this, I mean, the biggest thing that they're really pushing is just to make it legal, so there's no dangers of what they call the black market, right? The black market weed, because they said that it's a lot of fatal overdoses for people who are buying weed from people because some of it's laced with fentanyl and all kinds of stuff,
which is terrible.
A lot of the ads are
hold of it.
A lot of the ads are cops that just say, "Hey, we don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yep.
It's a petty crime."
Yep, they're like, we got other things we should be dealing with. So
that's what happened with sports betting years ago. People did not know what they were voting for. They thought they were voting yes, but in actuality, they were voting no. And that
you got to read.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't. They just go in there and go, okay, what am I doing? And so again, if you're out there voting, and you should be, that's your right to vote, greatest country in the world, make sure you know what you're voting for. Today I was at the doctor's office and they gave me like 10 pages I had to sign. You know what? And most people just sign. They don't even read it. So I gave the girl $20. I said, could you tell me what I'm signing? And she said, yeah. She told me to break down. She says, this page is this page is that, this page is this page is that. She was hot though, so I figured that. You know what I mean?
Is that your tip?
Tip of the day, yeah. I think doctor's offices, like big places, always like a lot of hot girls there. And you got to act like you don't know what's going on so they help you. I mean, again, you're trying to break the ice, Tom. The meter thing, that's a good thing, too. I might go back to the meter thing next time I'm out. I did it over the weekend, but I was not trying to pick anybody up. I really didn't know how to figure it out. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you want to get involved in the Penthouse. So much going on today, and you guys can definitely take advantage. We're trying to win $1,000. The keyword is grand this hour. But if you want to call up and talk to us about a couple different things, always welcome to do that. Hall pass, is that a bunch of malarkey? I think it is. Let us know. If you ever had one that worked out, tell us. Say, this is what happened. I got a hall pass and I was able to maneuver, and my girl or significant other wasn't mad. Pete Rose, is he going into the Hall of Fame now that he died? Some people say yes. Some people say no. And are the Dolphins finished? And was it a mistake to give McCaffrey an extension? McDaniel, the coach. He's 2-9 on prime games, and he also has a losing record against winning teams. And we give him an extension.
I think he needs to be out of the camera list.
The camera?
Yeah, just get out of the camera.
Well, he can't help when he's on the sidelines.
I know, but it just seems like he goes towards it, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, but on the sidelines, they're showing him. I mean, they showed him in tour last night.
The interviews and stuff and that. I'm talking like that stuff.
Yeah, I think he was a character in the beginning, and they had some success. But this is going to be This is tough the next 3 months. I mean, can he handle this? Can he handle the stress? Can he handle all the media coverage? And again, it's not going to be positive. It's going to be negative. But I do think Tua is going to come back. We're going to come back, too, for one more segment on the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
The countdown is on, and there won't be another presidential debate before the election, but there will be a vice presidential debate. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for the Democrats.
Kamala Harris is going to stand up and fight for your freedom.
And Ohio Senator J.D. Vance for the Republicans.
We're going to close down that border.
Two vice presidential hopefuls go one-on-one for the first and only time. Tonight at 9 Eastern, listen on iHeart's 24/7 News channel. Just open the free app and search Debate.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
No problems on 95. Our drive times up to speed along the Palm Beaches. We're looking good on the afternoon commute, accident-free if you're traveling on the Turnpike. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Burrito. Wendy's Breakfast Burrito is everything you want for breakfast. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, bacon or sausage, all rolled up into one warm tortilla. Want the boss of breakfast burritos? You gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hey, it's Greek. Tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
This season on the new podcast, Rip Current, the story of the only two women who tried to assassinate an American president.
A woman fired a shot at President Ford in San Francisco this afternoon.
One was a protege of Charles Manson.
26-year-old Lynette Fromm, nicknamed Squeaky.
The other, a middle-aged housewife undercover for the FBI.
Identified by police as Sarah Jean Moore.
Listen to Rip Current on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Rip Current and start listening.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season as Miami takes on New England. Great food and drink specials, including $3 Miller Lite drafts during all televised pro football games all season long. Plenty of Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lounge and Lanes, 929 14th Lane in Vero Beach. See you there.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? Hi, this is Dr. Adam Zuckerman with Coastal Weight Loss Secret, and I know the secret. Our unique weight loss program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back naturally, safely, and effectively. If you'd like to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no HCG, no injections, no drugs or surgery, call my office now at 561-464-3110 to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's Greek for Coastal Weight Loss Secret. If you're losing energy or you need to lose weight, you got to call these guys today at 561-464-3110. 561-464-3110. They will put you back in the starting lineup. 561-464-3110.
Many patients lose 20 or 30 pounds in about a month or two. For your free private weight loss consultation, call 561-464-3110. That's 561-464-3110. Or online at coastalweightlossecret.com.
Results may vary. News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter. You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. As the leader in identity theft protection, LifeLock reminds you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cyber criminals. Updating your passwords is only one way to help protect yourself. For comprehensive identity theft protection, you need LifeLock. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes issues that arise. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the Hollywood heartthrob and World War II spy, Peter Ortiz. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures today in the low 90s across the area, a few degrees above where we expect them to be this time of year. We're also tracking the chance for some isolated showers. Overall, for that shower coverage, we're looking inland and also in the northern part of the area. This pattern continues tomorrow. Things change towards the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.
October's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. One way to help protect yourself is updating your passwords. Using the same one for multiple accounts can make you vulnerable to cyber criminals. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, you need LifeLock. Start a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com/cybersafety.
I'm Carrie Champion, and this is Season 4 of Naked Sports. Up first, I explore the making of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese.
Every great player needs a foil.
People are talking about women's basketball just because of one single game. I just come here to play basketball every single day.
Clark and Reese have changed the way we consume women's sports. Listen to The Making of a Rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search The Making of a Rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, and start listening.
Drake's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Don't forget the keyword this hour is grand, grand, grand. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
Hey.
Now, what are you laughing about when you see me walk in with my blanket and my little coffee that I got for Andrew? I got to talk to Andrew. He's got to get better creamer, but we'll bring it up tomorrow. But what are you...
Did he help make the coffee too?
Of course he did. I mean, come on. It's his office. I'm not going to go in and take his coffee.
I mean, plenty of people do.
Yeah, well, I don't do that. Have you ever seen anybody walk in his office? Really? Name some names. Who, like,
oh, no, we're not going down that road.
Well, there's a handful of people.
Management? Not going down that road.
Management?
Not going down that road.
Oh, so management has gone into his office and taken coffee. What a bunch of school buddies. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Poor kid. No wonder he's pissed. I also took a nice iHeart Radio cup that you guys can purchase for $1,125.
It's expensive.
because I used it.
You gonna sign it too?
I'm not signing it. Then it's 2000. Let's do a Greek trifecta, baby.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
They called him Charlie Hustle. He was number 14 in your program, and maybe not number 1 in your heart for his off-the-field actions. But Pete Rose, you cannot deny what he achieved. He was one of the greatest baseball players ever. In the last 75 years, he's up there. So many records. 17 times he was an all-star in 5 different positions. That is unbelievable. 17 times named an all-star, but 5 different positions. No doubt about it. But Pete really didn't care about anybody or anything. I did know a couple of people. I knew a girl who dated him. I knew somebody who was very good friends with him, and he just didn't care. It was Pete being Pete. If you liked him, great. If you didn't, you could kiss his ass. Will he get in the Hall of Fame now? I guess that's going to be a question that'll be debated for a while. We'll see what happens with that. But R.I.P. Pete Rose passed away yesterday at 83. So, again, great baseball player, but off the diamond, a lot of different things. Very complex in a lot of different ways, what a lot of people said. Speaking of baseball, there's some playoffs today, and the Mets are in the playoffs. Yes, they are.
Game started?
Did the game start yet? No, I think the Nets play this afternoon. I think the Astro game starts at 1 o'clock. That's the first one to the Tigers. But there's 4 games today, so you can lose your ass or win enough money to buy a nice piece of ass. That's my T-shirt, as Dominic nods his head. You like that? You can lose your ass or win enough money to get a nice piece of ass. So hats off to the Mets. They got in. Yankees have a bye the first round, so they're not playing. There was football last night, but it wasn't played at the Hard Rock Stadium, and not at least for our guys, as the Dolphins got schmacked 31-12. Bad night for the Dolphins. Bad night for the organization. What the hell are they going to do now? Jet fans love this because the Jet fans went through this last year, and now the Dolphins are going through it this year. The only thing is Rodgers never came back. Tua can come back week 8. If they could just hold a little water, like last night was a big game. If they could get a win and maybe win against the Patriots, maybe they could hold on for a bye, and they got the Cardinals. You know what I mean? They're tough. Their second part of the schedule is very hard. They're not done with making the playoffs, but it looks like it's going to be a very difficult season. And the way they're playing right now looks terrible. They were I think on third downs, they were 3 for 23 in the last 2 games. I mean, stuff like that is just not good. And they did give McDaniel a extension, which I don't understand why. He has a losing record against winning teams and a terrible record against primetime TV. So the next time the Dolphins are on, if I don't remember, you guys remind us, they'll bet against the Dolphins. Greek's Trifecta is always sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Don't forget, they're open at Deerfield Beach. Great place. You'll enjoy yourself, and you'll enjoy their coffee. Peace.
Somebody at 47142 says, I met Pete Rose once. I was at his restaurant in Boca. I was probably 8 years old at the time, and I tried to get him to autograph a coaster from his restaurant for me. He said he pushed my head to brush me away and said, get out of the way, kid.
Wow.
Terrible. They said Wilt Chamberlain was the opposite. He would come over to tables and talk with customers and sign autographs at his place.
Wilt Chamberlain had a place in Boca, and that was our good friend, Bert, who owned Chamberlain's, and also owns the Bert and Max's. And that was the famous place. Dominic, who do we have on hold?
We have Mike from Green Acres.
Hey, Mike, what's happening?
Hey, Greek. Hey, Franny.
Hey, Mike.
And Dom. I just call and say hi. Tell you I'm out of the hospital.
Oh, good.
Good to hear.
That's good news.
I got out I went in Monday to Sunday was full days, and then I got out. I got out Monday from like 2 o'clock.
All right, well, good for you, buddy. Let's hope you stay out for the rest of the year. How's that?
Well, they put me on 3 new meds that are affecting me a little bit, but I'm doing the best.
All right, we got to hang in there and listen to what they say.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got to see the doctor on Friday, the one that sent me to the hospital. So got to check in with her. And I was going to tell you, Greek, really quick. I was, when I had my last surgery for something, I can't remember what. Well, I was in a nursing home over in Palm Beach Gardens.
Okay.
And I was watching the video just to see if it's, just to go on and see if anything's changed. And all of a sudden, here you are doing a video from this, about this particular nursing home.
Oh, I think that's a rehab place, right? You're referring to?
Yeah, the nursing home rehab near the...
Yeah, rehab. That's my dad was in that.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing you told me. They owe me a check.
I was like, yeah, how long has that been playing for?
I got to call them. Thanks.
For a while, huh?
That's been playing for a while. Wow. That's got to be about 8 years old. 7.
Oh, well, I was there 2 years ago. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. I'm going to call my attorney after the show.
Yeah, my sister found out from people that were in there, and so I did 25 days, but it was long.
25 days is a long time. Well, the good thing is you're out of the hospital. You sound peppy and ready to go to hit a scratch off. I had a friend of mine hit a scratch off for $50,000. My old pool guy, my good buddy Kurt. I was never so happy for somebody to win money. He deserves it. He's a great guy, really is. I'd rather see me, obviously, but Kurt's cool.
Well, I'm going to wait and see if I get a hospital bill, and then I'll start again.
All right. You got to do what you got to do, but stay healthy, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Good talking to you.
Get better, Franny.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call. I had a lot on the table today. You guys can throw in anything you want to this crazy pot of ours today. But if you want to get involved, you can also text us at Real Radio 47142.
So there are a couple of things that I do want to bring up, including parenting one-liners that moms and dads swear by. If you have any, let us know. 47142. Start that text off with Real Radio, because we know we got a lot of parents out there. So what is one that you live by? Is there certain lines that you remember growing up? Mom or dad had?
Don't take free candy.
Don't take free candy.
Yep.
Oh, man, there's so many. I just was home last week and I was hearing a bunch of them. But they're not, I don't want to say they're one words. They're more like lines.
I said one-liners.
Yeah,
That's what I said, yeah.
Well, one-liners to me is like a one-word thing, you know? I mean, it's
that would
more
just
of
be a word.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess certain things, like my father always said, your best friend's your pocket, which is true. I mean, in a lot of different ways. You know, don't date somebody who can bring like the best out in you, not the worst. I mean, that was some of his different things. My mother said that too. My mother always said, you like all the whores like your father, which was true. Heard that Sunday. A lot of different ones that were out there. Anything we're doing.
This is the advice you were getting as a kid?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. That sounds like adult
Great
advice.
Anything we're doing is we're doing for money. I don't think I turned out that bad. I could have been better, but I don't think I turned out that bad.
So one of these here, like as a response to questions like, well, how come they can do X, Y, Z, right? This one parent says every family has different rules. And that's as a response to that. One says, don't yuck someone else's yum. I like that one. Okay. Never heard it. When a child comments on something someone else likes that you don't. Could be food or a show, whatever it is, right? Yeah. Stop means stop, no means no, as a way to teach consent. You don't have to be friends with everyone, but you do have to be friendly. That's encouraging kindness, right? Teach boundaries.
That's sweet.
I'm sorry is just words. A real apology is a change in behavior.
True, Dominic.
They do. These are one-liners that parents swear by. They say, we keep surprises, not secrets. All feelings are welcome. All behaviors are not. He says,
sounds like Sopranos.
One-liners. Yeah, you don't have to like them, but you can't recruit others not to like them.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
Don't gang up, right?
That's right.
Bunch of
That's
buddies.
spreading bad news and stuff like that. Being a bully.
Another line, it's okay not to be okay. Lines that parents swear by. One-liners. You got Eddie. 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Let's see. What else do we have on? I don't know if there are any words. Yeah, because it says, I'm sorry. I already did that, right? I'm sorry. It's just words. Let's see. Somebody else has on here, asked and answered. If a child keeps asking the same question or making the same request, right? Asked and answered. If you have anything, we don't comment on other people's bodies is a line that she's using a lot with her teens these days, too.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to be judgmental and, pick on people. It's not good. And words hurt people. You got to realize that. Dom, you have any that your parents said besides don't get in radio and now don't work with Greek?
Those two. Like I was saying, don't take candy from strangers, that one. But I can't think of any other ones really off the top of my head right now.
How about when you got older in life, when you were like a young teen? Not when we were talking when you were, unless that was when you were like 15, 16. Don't take any even strangers. Brush your teeth. Say your prayers. Make sure your bed's made. My mother had a rule. When you left a room, it was that you were not in it. That was it. The room had to be exactly the same as when you walked in a room. Any room. In the living room, the kitchen. You left anything out. Even I was there last Sunday, and we were going to the bakery, and I was sitting there having breakfast with her, and I left my cup on the table, and she turns around as we were walking out. She goes, "Is that cup going to end up in a sink on its own, G?" I said, "No, it's not." I said, "I'll get it and put it in." She goes, "Yeah, I'm surprised at you." But I am like that at my house, too. I mean, I get that from there. Even like her getting up very early and like wanting to hit the road. Like it was like 6:37. I go, "You want to get out already?" Even though I do it here.
You do the same thing.
Early, yeah.
Because I thought it was a lot for her to be up that early and to get going. You know what I mean? Because I said, "Hey, I'm going to go to Dunkin' and bang around for a while and maybe meet a couple of my friends. A couple of wise guys, stuff like that." And she's like, no, I'll come.
She wanted to meet the wise guys.
She wanted to get out. She goes, "I'll get out. Yeah, I'll take a ride." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." So I took her. We went to Dunkin' Donuts. She goes, "I can't believe we're buying this. We can make it home." Those are some one-liners.
Shout out Dunkin'.
Nothing against Dunkin'. I love Dunkin'. I mean, I'll have coffee home, like every once in a while, but then I'll get like in a little, like it's like everything. It's like even me dating. Like I'll date somebody for 4 or 5 times, then I get Like I'll have Dunkin' 3-4 days, then I'll go back to making it at my house.
I just switch it up, huh? A little variety in life.
Yeah.
So I do want to give you a heads up. Our buddy Andrew Kingpin of Promotion sent this over, and our good friend Gene from InkLink. So they are doing something, and it ends tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I want to give you a heads up. It starts at 5 a.m. And yes, I said 5 a.m. But from 5 to 10 a.m., they are asking, they need our help spreading the word for a hurricane relief drive that he's doing tomorrow morning to assist with hurricane relief. That happened, northern Florida got hit pretty bad, but we know Georgia, the Carolina, North Carolina, yeah, very bad. But a majority of the items collected will be taken to the American Legion post in Orlando, where they will be distributed. So if you do have time and you can make it by there, if not, there is another option. I'll let you know. 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yes, I said that. Wednesday, October 2nd, the American Legion District 11 will have a donation collection point at InkLink Tattoos and Piercings Rack and Ball Pub. So you can go there, donate, and then if you can't, you can do cash donations too. And that is at floridalegion.org. That's floridalegion.org.
Thank you so much, Francis. And again, that's very nice they're doing that. Hats off to InkLink. And if you guys want to donate and try to help out, every dollar helps. Remember that. I know a lot of people, when they hear donations and stuff, they always say to themselves, like, hey, you know what? I don't have a lot of money to give, but a dollar adds up. So you have anything, do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just give a dollar, whatever you can give, whatever you can afford to give, because you're going to help somebody in a very difficult time that they're going through. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Also, you can text us at Real Radio 47142. Maybe some advice your parents told you as a kid that you remember now. That's something that they always said. Also, we were talking about hall passes, which I think are a big scam, and they're not true. Pete Rose, will he get into the Hall of Fame? Dolphins, are they done for the season? Last night was a game on Monday Night Football that was not a great game for the organization or the fans. Felt bad for everybody last night. It's bad enough when you play bad, but when you're home in front of your own people, that sucks even more. It really does. And the expectations for the Dolphins were so high this year. We even heard Super Bowl. But no, it's not going to happen. That defense need help too, and not just the offense. Tua is a problem, obviously being injured, but the defense did not look good either.
The cheapest tickets for the next home game at the Dolphins is $50.
What level?
These are in the 300.
Well, that's not bad. I wonder what's downstairs. I wonder that. Who are they playing next home game?
Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, that's right. They are playing Arizona. They talked about that. And that will be on October 27th. All right, so they got the Patriots.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, they have the Patriots the 6th. They have a bye, which is great, and the Colts. So they got a chance to win those 3 games. A chance.
47142 started out with Real Radio Parenting Lines. people either heard from their parents or use as parents. Says, my mom used to tell me, I brought you into this world, I can take you out.
That's true. Yeah, I heard that one.
I like this one. If you're going to be dumb, you better be tough, somebody said at 47142. Let's see. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Somebody has on there.
Oh, that's nice. A little deep to remember, but nice.
Greek should have told his mom he wasn't there for the coffee. He was there for the possible hotties, is what he said. We got the text here. Do as I say, not as I do. Did I already say that one? We got that one on the line.
We haven't heard that. That's a tough one, I think, with kids, with parents, like if they smoke or drink. Because if they do, then kids come back. And I've heard so many people say, well, you drank or you smoke. And the same thing, too.
That's what they say. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's hard. It's like one of my good friends, he told me last night watching a Dolphin game, his son wants to get married and is 21 years old. And he's like, you and mom did, but you know what I mean? But he's like, he's 21. The world's so different now. He's been going out with this girl 4 years. So I said, let him get married. He'll get divorced in a couple of years, and then he's got a whole life to start over. Don't worry about it. Just watch the Dolphin game. You got no problem. You're laying 2.5 with the Dolphins. Don't worry about that. Yeah, but if you guys got any, you can text us and get it to us and let us know what you think of things that maybe your parents said advice. A lot of people talk about advice they get, and then they give it to their kids later on in life. You're saying the same exact things that you're saying. One of my, like I said, my mom's thing was you leave a room, you shouldn't have been in the room. That was her rule. Couldn't walk in the house with shoes. As soon as I got to her house, I took off my shoes, like in 2 seconds. I was like, I got it. I'll take off my shoes. 2 seconds. But you know what? If you got good parents, you're very lucky and appreciate them every day. Don't text them. Pick up the phone, call them and say, hey, you know what? I love you and thank you. It is the Penthouse. You do the same thing for us. Call us up. Tell us you love us. You thank us. We appreciate it. Dominic, great job today. You carried a little extra load, and you look good doing it. And I know you're ready for the Greek Zone.
Dom, you suck.
Franny, good job today. I know you were struggling. Thank you for all your hard effort. You could have mailed it in today and not came to work and just stayed there and hit the snooze button and said, you know what? I'm not coming in.
Oh, I hit the snooze button, but I still came in.
Oh, he wasn't sure. He wasn't sure if you're going to come in.
Oh, yeah, I did. I hit the snooze button.
I said she's going to be very tired.
A few times, but I made it.
You were more worried about the Georgia game, how upset she would be.
Yeah, I said the Georgia game might just rack her out. This first person I thought of watching the game, because we were out Saturday night. We all bet Georgia, right? And a decent amount. First half, we had them strong. And because we're like, maybe second half, who knows? But it was the reverse.
We're always a second half team. Georgia always is. Always kick it to gear second half, but yes.
I didn't think it was going to be that bad first half.
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be 28-0 after like 8 minutes. Thank God for the beautiful waitresses. Great job as always. Thank you so much, Franny. Thanks for all your hard work. You were a lesson for this company. When you're down and out, you still rock. And come on in. Great job.
All right.
Great job as always. What are you going to say? I mean, come on. It's like a $100 bill. It's the same thing every day. You carry it, baby. These shoulders are big. I got to carry this company. It is the Greek.
Oh, my God.
At least you woke up now.
Carry the show.
I didn't say the show. I said the company. I didn't say the show. I said the company.
Okay.
Company, definitely. It is the Greek. We'll be back with the Greek Zone with some more picks for you guys. And Dom's got an interesting thing that a lot of people were bitching about. Big time at the 1 o'clock games and the NFL sweeping it on the rug. Did the bettors get screwed again? What do you think? We'll be back. Javava Toast. Peace.
Got YouTube? Yeah? Us too. Just search Real Radio 92.1 on YouTube.
Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some new jerseys, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it. It's yours. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Rovers Morning Glory and Real Radio. Red Zone Revenue is sponsored by Steinger, Green, and Finer.
After your car accident, we put money in your pocket or you pay us nothing. Steinger, Green, and Finer. 1-800-561-1111.
800-561-1111. 800